And welcome to 8801 Cheviot Road, Colerain High School. It's Colerain Game Day, his presentation of Colerain Cardinal football as your Colerain Cardinals play host to the Fairfield Indians. I am Brandon Wyatt alongside Brian Wyatt here to bring you the action with Mike Rourke behind in the engineering booth.
Yeah, you're going to see a little bit of different look. We're working with new software, so Mike's working extra hard over there. He's running camera. He's running production. So bear with us as we learn our equipment and get ready with this big GMC battles. As Brandon said, Colerain, Fairfield, both coming off a loss last week. Colerain losing to LaSalle, GMC foe, and Fairfield traveled up to Dayton playing Wayne. They lost pretty big too, but I looked at both of them, looking at stats. Different teams, doesn't matter. Stats early, doesn't matter. But Fairfield and Colerain both only scored one offensive touchdown. So it's going to be a struggle. Fairfield starting a quarterback for the first time in 4 years that we haven't seen before. They had Talon Fisher there starting as a freshman, played 4 years. This year, what will you get? Dominic back, as a junior is going to be starting. So it's going to be an interesting show. We had an hour delay, thin crowd, but, a little bit of wind. It's not that hot. We'll see which one of these teams have kind of done their pregame preparations a little bit better.
And because of the high heat index, a lot of Southwest Ohio wasn't an hour delay, so that's why we're bringing it to you now at 8 p.m. start time rather than the 7 p.m. start time we've had the past few years. It'll be Johnny Vasquez set to kick off for the Cardinals. Can you see that number deep? Is that 7? I can't see that number.
I think it's 6. I think it's Ashawn Rush.
Ashawn Ruff back deep. I don't think that's 6. Vasquez, little pooch kick. Fielded at the 20. Going to find some space. Fairfield still on his feet to the 30. Not much more, maybe a little bit past. And the Indians' opening possession will happen at their own 30-yard line. Return there by Anthony Elliott.
Yeah, Vasquez moved from the soccer team, helping us out here. We're getting our second look at the new kicker for the Colerain this year. But you know what? In a high school level, if you keep them around the 30-yard line, I'm happy with that. You're not going to always have a guy that can kick it into the end zones for the directional high kick that allows your defense to get down and cover that and take it at the 30. I'll take it every time.
Indians will come out here. It'll be a little different. The past 4 years, they've been almost a single wing out of the shotgun running. So we'll see what the offense, we know it's going to be out of the spread. See how the offense adapts with a new quarterback behind there. Handoff up the middle, some space across the 35, gain of 6 on the opening play.
Yeah, nothing fancy, just straight ahead football. I'm going to kind of we're going to pick up the rosters as we go, but Fairfield's always had big offensive linemen, and it looks like they got an advantage, at least size-wise, again this year.
And they go play action. Try to isolate after the first play, one-on-one deep, and that ball just sails high, probably defended by Hopgood regardless if it's on target. They are isolating that one receiver way off of the rest of the formation. 3rd and 4 for the Indians. Cardinals don't really have a safety deep. Man in motion. Fairfield Indians draw the Cardinals off sides.
And Colerain, first mistake of the day. I believe that's going to be enough for a Fairfield first down. They got caught 2 or 3 times last week on that hard count.
It's a much different look from the Cardinals from last week when you kind of knew LaSalle wanted to run first. And you get some people making some stepping up here. A little trap up the middle. Patient running up the middle. And that's going to pick up 8, maybe 9 yards for Tyler George.
Tyler George, one of the captains, 5'9", 185 senior.
Going Gonna run it again the other way, but a little option read keeper. Danielson runs him out, but he'll be close to the first down.
Looks like he might be a little short. The chain crew's already moving again before the referees have the signals. I believe they're short, but chain gang's got to get back to where they were. Okay, now they're signaling them.
Yeah, a little premature there. Back-to-back plays we see, or back 4 straight plays where we see back-to-back plays setting up the other one for Fairfield. Up the middle again. George finds some space. He's got another Indian first down.
Ball carried for Fairfield, number 10.
Yeah, they're just pounding the ball up the middle. And as I said, I'm looking at the roster and got some numbers. 6'3", 275, 6'4", 275, 6'6", 265, 6'2", 305.
Play action. And they go over top. And again, 6 plays and 6 plays in a row where they've gone run to a pass, run to a pass, set up a play action. So this one goes incomplete, taking the deep shot towards the end zone.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now. Another handoff up the middle, finds some space, spinning. He's got 6, maybe 7 on the game. George rushing it down. Indians quickly to the line. I'll hand it off up the middle to George, and that'll be right at the line to gain.
Yeah, he needed the 26. I believe he's got the 26, and the referees are moving the chain gang. Another first down. So they're being successful on a first down, getting 6-7 yards, taking a chance on 2nd down, but it sets up for a short 3rd down conversion. They've had a 3rd down and 2 and a 3rd down and 1 and got them easy. So it's first down at the Colerain Cardinal 26-yard line.
Quickly matriculated down the field. Back, looks to throw, and a little confusion in the coverage leaves them open, and a touchdown for Derod Profit.
That was a well-designed play. They faked the bubble screen, and the guy that set him up on the outside receiver that set up as the blocker actually just kind of ran a simple slant, confused the 2 defensive backs, and they were both kind of feet planted, went right in between them. Fairfield for the first score.
So in less than 2 minutes, Indians work their way down and get points on the board. A false start called on Indians. Well, back that up 5.
False start Indians.
It's Aiden McGuire kicking for Fairfield Indians. He was 1 for 1 on extra points, but missed 2 field goals last week.
Fortunately for us, there's no missed field goal length that's recorded.
Exactly. He could have been kicking 60 yards with snaps.
Snap is back. Kick is through the uprights with the extra 5 yards. So less than 2 minutes in, it's the Indians 7, the Cardinals 0.
Well, they set the tone for this game. Both teams struggled last week with their offense, but Fairfield comes right out in first possession and scores. We'll see if Colerain's got some kind of answer for them. Sean Billups is going to be your Colerain quarterback. We saw him last week connect on one big pass, but Colerain struggled to run.
Also, to Cardinals Nation, please join the Colerain Boosters for this brand new school year. All you got to do is visit our website at www.colerain.com.
Ricardo Lofton and Trayvon Smith back for the Colerain Cardinals.
Here at Colerain, including all sports teams, show cards, drama, and the marching band. Thank you for your support. Back to receive for Colerain. Trayvon Smith and Ricardo Lofton. Kicking off for Fairfield, Aiden McGuire.
McGuire readies the kick. It's away. It is a squib kick. Picked up and just fallen on by the up man, Tristan Von Risen.
Smart play. I mean, it bounced right to his hands, but he didn't catch it perfectly clean. If you don't get that clean, he did the right thing and taking it down. And Fairfield pretty much does the same thing Colerain did, just the opposite. Colerain did the pooch high kick. They do the low kick, and both of them starting close to the 30-yard line. Colerain at the 29.
Correction there. That was 10, not 40. So Donovan Chambers falls on it for the Cardinals. They'll line up. Full house backfield. Just a straight hand up off the middle to Braden Smith. I thought he got more than he did, but I think that was a lineman who went flying forward, but he's pretty close to that lineman. Pick up about 5, maybe 6 on the carry.
Yeah, just straight football. Colerain gets a good push up front. Brings up a 2nd down and 4.
It's interesting. You have all these guys, and the one thing the Cardinals don't have is that guy that they want to pound the ball every time. So it's interesting to see who will be that person to emerge. Here's looks like Braden Smith will be the first one to get carries tonight. He's up the middle, and again, Cardinals just pushed forward. This time enough for a first down.
That's all offensive line right there. I could have ran through that hole. Well, maybe limped.
You could have tripped over your own feet catching the ball and looked up and thought there was a lot of space.
Yeah, Colerain didn't do that bad. Last week they ran for 100 yards.
Well, a lot of it was a lot of penalties last week.
Yeah, we just got to clean up the mistakes.
We'll stay with this full house backfield tight end on either side. Run it again right up the middle. Smith straight in the middle, stays up, bounces around, rolls off the pile, and maybe another 5 yards on the play.
Yep. Fairfield is really cheating their linebackers, and they're heavy on this dive. Nobody really beyond 3-4 yards past the line of scrimmage, but Colerain's offensive line and lead blocking running backs and tight ends are just getting helmet to helmet. You'll take a methodical 5 yards a play all the way down.
So, same formation again. Everyone tight ends in the backfield. This time will be Deontay Jarman. He's going to find space, fall forward.
First down.
There's a flag, though, on the field.
Flag on the play. Ball carry for the Cardinals. Number 34.
I believe they're going to have a face mask. They're going to call a helmet-to-helmet tackle.
Down by Fairfield's number 5.
No, it's just a
Nope,
face
no
mask.
face mask.
Don't listen to some random dad.
No, I was watching one of the referees. I wasn't listening to
He
Dad.
heard that random dad in
No,
front of us.
he said at the same time
The
I
guy
saw it.
who threw the flag clearly went face
Yeah,
mask.
Fairfield face mask. Personal foul.
So it is a personal foul variety. He gets 15 yards, got to take it all the way down to the Fairfield 32. 8:15 left in this first quarter. Colerain looking to answer back.
Cardinals with a fresh play clock and a fresh set of downs. They'll stay again, this formation. Everyone tight ends in the backfield. And again, Deontay Jarman up the middle and still on his feet, falls forward. And again,
Ball carry for the Cardinals.
they're going to get 5 yards a pop. They're going to keep running it.
He got contact about 3 yards down, but Jarman, only a sophomore, kind of ran through that tackle, got a little yards after contact to get those extra 2 yards.
Now, as demoralizing as it can be for a defense, you can also catch him here with a play action. We'll see what the Cardinals do here. Let's stay with it. Billups again, and yeah, fortunately, I think
Flag on the play.
Cooper Krieg's his leg moved a little before it should have, and it's a 5-yard penalty on the Cardinals.
That's going to bring it back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Fairfield's student section reminding us that they cannot do that. Cooper Krieg, I don't think, cares. But they'll go to the line of scrimmage. We will see something different because one of the tight ends is checked out of the game and a third wide receiver comes in. So 2nd and 10, Cardinals have the shotgun.
They spread it out this time.
Billups has it, fakes it, tries to get away, and he cannot. Be 3rd and long for the Cardinals.
Yeah, just a read option right there. Fairfield was blitzing both corners, really not respecting the pass, covering the run right there, and they had both the quarterback and running back covered on that play. So one simple mistake has put Colerain out of their rhythm and brought up a 3rd down and 13.
Thereabouts, they need the 22 for a first down.
but almost in two-down territory.
Don't need it all here.
Slant, 4.
Billups.
Right underneath that blitz.
Takes it, steps back, throws, intended receiver too long, out of bounds.
Intended for Gavin Colerain.
Yeah, he had single coverage over the right. He had 2 receivers up top. Kind of throws it into traffic. There wasn't a Fairfield, didn't get a hand on it, but
4th and 13, ball on the 35.
Cardinals, little hesitation, but it will send the punt team out, and you're just in no man's land here. You're too far away for a field goal. Yeah. Honestly, you're too close for a punt, but
if you would have got 5-6 yards on that, you think about going for it.
I mean, I still think
a fourth down and 8.
I still think you go for it. I mean, it's a 15-yard.
You know, you got a good athlete. This isn't a bad spot for a fake.
So Krieg had some good snaps last week. And a penalty flag. And, of course, I said that there was a bad snap, but there was a flag or a whistle before anything.
Yeah, Colerain had a man in motion, but a referee's timeout was called before the snap.
For a second, I thought it was on the long snapper. I'm like, oh, well, you got to call timeout to get him back in. For some reason,
it must have been an equipment issue.
Let's say something for Hayden Danielson. Krieg, good snap this time, and it's blocked right back to him. And like I said, you probably should have went for it. So kick is blocked.
Well,
Indians will take over at the 41.
Yeah, on the punt, you actually lose about 7 yards on that. It was at 2. Kobe Lewis from Fairfield came around the outside.
Fairfield Indians take it over. 1st and 10 on the 41.
Kind of came right in the area where they kind of made a substitution for that referee's timeout. Don't know if that had anything to do with it, but it came from that right side.
So Indians were very meticulous down the field last time. Let's see what they do here. 2 to either side, man in motion to the left. Take it, read. Little RPO action to the flat. Makes one man miss, makes another man miss out across for a first down.
Spiller on the carry for the Indians.
Spiller with the first down catch.
Yeah, little read option. Colerain had a couple defenders right there. They just didn't tackle him. Spiller's got a lot of good size. 6'3", 200 pounds.
George gets another carry. Hit initially by a Javante Burnett. Didn't get a solid contact. He'll fall forward for about 3 yards.
2nd and 7.
So, again, no huddle. They look to the sidelines for the play.
Snap. Handoff George, patient. Round one man, and it is out for another Indian first down to the 30. Good patient run by George.
Yeah, patience is a good description. He didn't hit that hole right away. He kind of let it develop. Again.
Another RPO, screen to the outside, not a lot of space, but not a lot of contact until he gets about 4 yards.
Knocked out of bounds by Colerain, number 22, Joseph Crooks.
Takes it, looks, gets one-on-one, not there, pulls it down, throw, flag down, up ahead. Catch on the sidelines, but we have a penalty flag in the area holding.
Yeah, it was it could have been holding. Might have been a lineman might have released downfield, but yeah, the referee is signaling holding. It is a spot foul.
Flag on the play.
And the Colerain student section is reminding the Fairfield linemen that they can't do that either.
I also don't think they need that reminder as well, but
both teams, I'm sure they're very happy with their student section support.
Seems to be. I don't know if it's neon or safety night for the Cardinals.
It's neon construction night.
I don't know why I got to be so specific. Out pass to the flat. George catches it. I think this is going to come back on a chop block.
I didn't see a flag.
There's a flag right here. on the sidelines.
Okay. How'd you see that one?
I saw him throw it.
Okay. Way away from the play. It's a sideline warning against Colerain.
Warning against Colerain.
That's why we didn't see it. It was all the play
I
was
saw
all
it. I said it.
So 2 down territory most likely. It's a 3rd down and 6 for Fairfield.
4:43 to play in the first. Handed up the middle. Patient running. He's going to be just a bit short. It'll be 4th and 3, but probably in the spot where it's 4 down territory.
Yeah, the offense is staying put, and Fairfield's going for it.
So need to get to about the 19. So 4th and a long 3. Snap back is going to roll on the pass into the flat, and he is going to be
lose the yard
down by Javon Hopgood.
Come flying out of his defensive backfield. You've had such success running up. Why do you go outside with a pass like that?
It's a play action. It's a little bit long to throw.
But Colerain makes the big defensive snap. They're going to have 1st and 10. 4:09 left to play in this first quarter. Colerain's going to take the ball at their own 23. That's a huge defensive stop for Colerain. It keeps you mentally in the ball game, keeps the score just a 1-score lead. As I said, Colerain had good success moving the ball. They just, when they got down into Fairfield
First
territory.
down, Cardinals have it. They'll go back to the full house backfield. And again, just a handoff, Braden Smith. He will have a minimal gain this time.
Looked like he was stopped at the line of scrimmage. Not the biggest running back, but he slipped through. Picked up more than I thought he initially got.
2nd and 7 for the Cardinals.
2nd and 7.
Try to get themselves back into this one. Cardinals, again, going to stay in this full house backfield. 2 tight ends in the backfield. This time they'll pitch it out to the edge. Deontay Jarman trying to find some space. Nothing there. He might get about a yard on the play.
On the carry for the Cardinals, number 34.
Yeah, this is the first time they try to go outside. Fairfield ready for the challenge. But you're right, 1, maybe 2.
It's really not fast enough. Like, that plate isn't fast enough to get to the edge.
Yeah, you need a tight end pulling guard or something out there that
just
could
need the ball to get out there
quicker.
So 3rd down and 6 for the Cardinals. They need the 33. Billups in the gun takes it.
Yeah.
The Cardinals are offsides.
Fairfield was showing blitz, and one of the Colerain Cardinals offensive linemen kind of stood up.
Just a hair too soon.
False start Cardinals.
Just enough that everyone knew it.
5-yard penalty. 3rd down is 11.
3rd and 11. Cardinals still need the 33 for a 1st down.
Yeah, I tell you what, Colerain's been running, really hadn't shown a threat to pass the ball, but Fairfield, their defense is everybody within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Billups. Gun takes it, fakes it. Little bubble pass out. One man missed, but can't make another one. He picks up maybe 4 or 5. Would have been good maybe if he didn't have the penalty yards. With the penalties, he's going to be short. It'll be 4th down.
Again, Colerain can't overcome their own mistakes.
4th and 6.
Still looking right there. They like the speed to the outside. They like those little pop screen passes. Still waiting for a tight end release down the middle of the field. The safeties are really cheating up, and I think if you can get a little quick tight end release.
Krieg back to punt. We'll try to get this one off. Last one was blocked Another low one. He's going to struggle. He does get it off.
But if that was not touched, they hit the punter.
They did signal that it was hit. So Cardinals, after being pretty successful last week with the snap and the punt, probably actually one of the stronger parts of the game on back-to-back punts have been blocked, and the Indians start deep in Cardinal territory.
And that wasn't, I mean, that ball, he got it off pretty quick, even though that ball bounced there. They're just getting no blocking on that right side. Offensive left side, but the right side of the Fairfield Indians is just coming through untouched.
So it'll be first down from the 29 for the Indians, just about where they had it when they went on downs, turned it over on downs. Another RPO outside. George has it. Picks up about, no, he kept going. They're going to give him all the way to the 22 on that one. He got a lot of yards down the sidelines. Quick snap, goes deep. He's got a man wide open, uncovered in the slot, and he's got it for a touchdown. Braden Miller for 6.
They had single coverage out there, and it looked like they pulled, instead of having a defensive back, they had a linebacker on the slot. And just a complete mismatch.
They had it on the play before.
On for the extra point for the Indians, Aiden McGuire.
Danielson can't cover a wide receiver. He's a middle linebacker. He's not a safety. So touchdown's up. Fairfield will line up for the extra point. Snap is back. Kick is up. It is good. So with 1:17 to play in the first quarter, it's the Cardinals 0, Indians 14.
Fairfield taking advantage right now of Colerain. Just simple mistakes right there. I saw the same thing that you saw the play before that, and I don't know if the Fairfield coaching staff saw that immediately and says, hey, we've got a mismatch, but you're absolutely correct. There's no way a middle linebacker should be on the slot receiver.
If you're going to go cover 0, you got to have a bunch of DVs. You don't, they're not, or they want it's cover 1, so there's one safety back, but you got to have another. If they have 4 wide receivers, you got to match up with someone who can cover. That's not Danielson's fault. He's out of position. It's a tough task for any linebacker to guard a slot receiver.
Your middle linebacker is covering your tight end, fullback out, or running back out of the backfield.
Kicking off for the Indians, Aiden McGuire.
Cardinals set up for the return. Lofton and Smith back deep.
Traylon Smith, Ricardo Lofton.
Popped it or grounded it to Donovan Chambers last time. Let's see if he puts it in the air. This one, line drive. Lofton will take about his own 9. Did have to take a step back to get it. He's got a little bit of a seam, but it closes. He gets to the 25. It takes a big smack.
I tell you, give credit where credit is due. Axel Rogers, great open field tackle. Keep the minimum return, stopped at the 25-yard line.
Cardinals will have 1:10 to play here in the first quarter.
From the 25.
Cardinals come out shotgun empty. And timeout Fairfield.
Timeout Fairfield.
You know, the referee, even if they ask for a timeout, doesn't have to grant it. That was one of the latest timeouts. He was fervent about that, though. I heard the whistle. He was landing the plane with his hands.
So that is the Indians' first of the half. Now, I would think, though, no. Right, none of that makes any sense. You would have thought no time should have came off. But they kicked it off at 1:10. No. It was 1:10 to start this play. 2 seconds should be back on this clock. But 2 seconds have not been put back on the clock. So if this game comes down to 2 seconds, they were just lost here. I'm just saying. Take this time to remind everyone you can reach us in the booth at radio@wearecolerain.com or in the chat. Thanks again this week, Lenny Lopez, listening from Corona, California. So we'll set it back. Everything resets except for some reason the game clock did not get the 2 seconds put back on.
And you can also adjust that by being a little slow starting this next play.
Yeah, but the person on the scoreboard's not going to think of that. Snaps back. Billups takes it. Quarterback draw. Bounces it. Stays on his feet. Across the 30. 6 yards on first down.
They've had success running up the middle as that power. You spread it out like that, you're putting your quarterback one-on-one pretty much with the linebacker. And Billups has shown he doesn't have blazing speed, but he's got half two speed. He can make things happen.
Plenty of time on the clock for the Cardinals. Trips to the left. Empty. Man in motion, fake the jet sweep, follows behind. Billups across the 35 for a first down.
Little read option, keeps it himself. Eric Ruther on the stop.
Yeah, not 100% certain if that's a read option or just a fake jet sweep, but either way, it does the same thing.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, you're right. It could be just a set play, and they're faking the option. It's not actual or read, but
yeah, it could be. I just don't know.
Exactly.
And that will be the final play of the first quarter after 1 quarter play here at Colerain High School. It's the Fairfield Indians 14, the Colerain Cardinals 0. We'll take this time for a word from our sponsors.
Well, I got to thank you. First and foremost,
I just said that to put you on the
I know,
spot.
the great donation that we got to help us get our new laptop this year, Outdoor Environments Incorporated, for all your hardscape needs. Whether it's retaining walls or a paver patio, call Scott Lovedahl, Outdoor Environments.
There you go.
All you have to do is visit their website at copfcu.com.
And thanks again to the Colerain Boosters. You can be a booster member. Just go to the We Are Colerain homepage, and there's a simple button to join. Whether it's just a simple $5 or as much as you can give corporate sponsors, we are Colerain because you are a booster.
And even after 16 years, you know not to say as little as we were told that.
No.
Yeah, but been told that many a times, but it's fine. People get that in their minds. It's okay. It's in your mind permanently. It's not going away. First down for the Cardinals at the 37.
That was a good try, Jack. Instead of $50, though, Jack's going to receive
A little
a $10
different
gift
motion.
card to Scott
Handoff again
Lovedahl.
up the middle. Smith
Throw for no prize will increase to $75.
picks
for
him
the
about
next
4 or
12
5.
games.
Did you
Also
see
remember to
Billups on that play?
copfcu.com.
No, I did not.
He only got 4 or 5 yards there, Smith did. Billups thought he was scoring a touchdown. He threw a signal like he thought it was a touchdown.
Whatever huge hole was
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
it collapsed pretty quickly. No, I was we had a PA announcement about somebody trying and
There's
there was some game that we didn't realize going on in the end zone.
no one realized that was going on. Timeout for the officials. Something is
the back plate was exposed.
sure, but it's been exposed for a whole quarter. Every year you get that one referee.
Well, he just sent out a Colerain player.
Every year you get that one referee who just, for no reason, needs to follow silly rules. 2 in the backfield. Billups takes the snap, takes the handoff. Not there. Slips down. He's going to just tuck it and run, and maybe get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right.
No, maybe a yard.
So on that play, they sent off the defensive back and the wide receiver that was on this near side of the field. That play was play action to go to that receiver. He was substituted for. His sub that came in did not know the ball was supposed to go to him. So that wide receiver and that defensive back who just came in and played was just standing there.
3rd down and 7. Ball on the 42.
The sub was made by the referee after the play was called, and no one told the wide receiver what the play was.
Timeout Cardinals here on 3rd and 5.
Timeout, Colerain.
Now, in both teams' defense, both teams did not.
Nope. Both the defensive back and the wide receiver did nothing.
Did nothing. But unfortunately for the Cardinals,
yeah, nothing on defense.
The defender doesn't have anything to do.
Right.
Snacks, candy, some grilled items for you throughout the game tonight. And all the proceeds of
But they went play action, and Billups looked over at him, and when the play was over, he looked at the coaches and was like, "What did I do?" And he goes, "You did nothing. What was I supposed? As I said, the substitution for equipment was made after the huddle was broken.
But the thing is,
after the play was called.
The Colerain player, it wasn't even he called it, and then as he was explaining why he had to come out, noticed the Colerain player had something similar.
Right.
So he didn't even stop them initially.
He didn't stop the play. Yeah. Yep.
It was just like Coach Huber saying, "Hey, check your thing." He checked it, and the referee's like, "Oh, well, you didn't have it that way. You're out too."
I believe that wide receiver was having a good discussion with a couple of coaching staff on the sideline. Right, good teaching moment.
Back to the full ass backfield. Phillips takes a high snap, cuts it down, cuts it up. He's going to be right at the line to gain.
Chain crew has got to stand still until they move them.
They're going to give him the first down. Yeah, that chain crew is like jumping, and it's like you have to wait to the signal.
They're all volunteers, and we appreciate that.
I know, but that's the first lesson of chain crew. Don't move. You can be behind all you want.
Yep. Referee moves you.
Don't be ahead ever as the chain crew.
So first down, Colerain 47.
Full house backfield again. Again, I'll just go straight up. And I'm going to tell you, that was a big hole that number 8, Mr. Gavin Colerain, he's going to not want to watch that again in film. He had a block to open up the hole, and he just missed. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
I'm not sure what type of adjustment Fairfield middle linebackers have
They
done.
didn't make an adjustment there.
Just a missed assignment.
Colerain just missed an assignment there.
So 2nd down and 10, 9:30 to play till half.
5 on the play clock. Cardinals probably got to pick it up here quickly. Snaps away. Billups, quick throw, gets it out in the flat. Up the middle, and a good tackle by the Indians. Trevon Smith gets about 8, maybe 9 on the play.
And a little after the play, well handled by both players and the referee. He was stopped, but he was being pushed back, and the whistle stopped the play. But both guys kind of continued contact a little bit. It's going to happen, to the echo of the whistle.
Cardinals quickly to the line. And they're just going to try to run a quarterback sneak for 2
First
yards, and that's what they'll do.
I've always said, if there's no one over center and you've got the communication with your own center, that if on a 3rd and short, 4th and short, I love the quarterback sneak.
1st and 10, Colerain.
First down, Cardinals into Indian territory. Cardinal Lofton checks in for the Cardinals. $10 on the play clock. $3 on the play clock. Just get it off. Bubble screen out to Lofton. Tries to get around 1. Does. Stays on his feet. Still alive. Who picks up about 5 yards.
Yeah, they just had 2-on-2 out there. Lofton follows the block. 5'6", 158 pounds. He doesn't need much of a block, but uses quickness to pick up 6.
I will say, give credit to John Abramson. He was blocked there, but he did enough just to make the blocker get in the runner's way. So that he could have had a big head of steam out there. Picked up some more yards. So 2nd and 5 for the Cardinals. Handoff. Jarman cuts it up. Still up. Spins it off. Still on his feet. And unfortunately, he kind of bounced off of his tackle and might have lost the first down.
You're right. Extra effort. It would have been a close to the first down, but that bounce back, he loses a yard, and he ends up a yard short. I tell you what, showed a burst right there, one of the sophomore twins.
That's 34 is Dante Jarman.
If you can get him a crease, it looks like he's got the Jets take it to distance. You just got to block that second level.
Cardinals, 2 tight ends with Krieg in the backfield. They're just going to go quarterback blast. Billups keeps it and piles across the 25 for a first down. Go ahead.
Colerain's got a couple players down on this one. But I was just a couple players down and another one limping.
I think it's every single tight end has something hurt with them. Krieg is limping.
5.
Colerain is holding his hand, and Braden Smith is the running back. Brandon Smith is the running. Is it Braden or Brandon? Brandon Smith is the running back, but he was in basically playing fullback on that play, and he's holding. Is it his shoulder? It's something upper body.
Yeah. And this will give us time to welcome trainer John Martini.
You welcomed him last week back.
Oh, I know. I welcome him every week.
Looks like
he worked on your shoulder. Big fan.
Colerain, it looks like it's just a cramp. Brandon Smith, maybe he's holding his belly.
He's holding. I think he's holding his shoulder like that. Yeah.
Well, it could be a shoulder, or he has something with his stomach. The way he's holding it, you would think it was just.
It's a shoulder. I can tell by the way.
He could just be really gassy. You don't know.
But a lot of times when you get a shoulder, you just get that quick sting, and it's like hitting your funny bone. You just kind of let it run its course.
So it'll be first down for the Cardinals at the Indian 25, 6:40 to play in the half.
Well, we still headed to the Colerain Cardinal. Just Gavin Colerain coming to his feet.
Colerain had a cramp. You could tell.
But, yeah, I didn't know he was still down.
Yeah.
They were surrounding him in a big huddle, so Colerain's going to show a little bit of depth.
Yeah, now you're going to your third and fourth. Well, I guess.
Put in an extra offensive lineman.
No, it's just your third tight end. Who's really a defensive lineman as well, so.
Yeah, Douglas Diore.
Plus your starting defensive end. Cardinals didn't have a receiver, so he ran in. Plenty of time on the play clock. Hands it off. Nope, Billups keeps it. Tries to find the edge. Got a flag coming.
Sean Billups on the carry. Colerain. Flag on the play.
Now, a flash, I'm going to guess it's 10, but there's not a 10, so 55. That's what. I was trying to figure out why the referee did flashed his hands like he was making fives. He was saying holding 55. I'm like, what? The penalty is him doing this. You can't see my hands right now.
I'm not even going to comment.
But he's shooting sparks out. It looked like he was trying to shoot sparks out of his hands.
Stop it.
No. Shooting sparks. I think he was making 55. So holding, be first down. And again, Cardinals progress on a penalty on a sustained drive is hurt by a penalty. It'll be first and 17 for the Cardinals. Cardinals getting close on the play clock. They just get it off. Play action, drop back. Billups has a man open for 6.
With all the confusion they had, he didn't know where to line up. Is that 6 that caught the ball?
Saheed Davis for 6.
Davis looked to the sideline, 3 different. Am I in the slot? Am I on the outside? Am I in motion? Am I on the left side? Am I on the right side? They finally got him set, and he found the post pattern. What a dart thrown by Billups.
That was by design. That whole thing, all that confusion, was just to try to lure them in. I mean, I'm just kidding. I don't think it is.
So Vasquez in for the extra point.
And we're getting
Austin on the hole for Colerain.
All right, right, referees have stopped play again.
So I don't know how this is going to be forced. Probably on the kickoff. It's a sideline, or it's not a warning at this point. It's a sideline infraction.
Sideline infraction
On the Cardinals. And Coach Huber is trying to we talk about coaching moment for the kids. This is a brand new – okay, it's just a 5-yard penalty, so they will enforce it on this extra point. This is a coaching moment early in the season. You have an all-new coaching staff. That was on the coaching staff. One of them in the celebration was way past the box they're allowed to be in, down there celebrating the kids. They're not going to throw that on the kids celebrating. Snap is back. Kick is up and good. 5:40 to play. Cardinals now cut the lead in half. It's 14-7 Fairfield.
I tell you what, I don't know if the cheer for the touchdown was as big as the cheer for the extra point.
There might be a soccer plea.
There could be, a Vasquez fan club brewing
if
here.
he made the extra point, put it on the official. Our scoreboard is not the official one. Are they saying he missed it? He didn't put it on the board.
Stop by and see our friends at Northgate Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on Colerain, right next to Cross County Highway. Northgate Chrysler.
Mike, you didn't pay attention. They signaled it was good, right?
I didn't see the signal.
Why is it not
from
on the
my
board?
seat.
I'm so confused. As I was saying, though, you're early in the season, right? That was a sideline penalty. They're not going to let a couple players kind of get somewhat out of the box to celebrate. They're not going to let a coach get all the way down there and celebrate. So, Coach Huber pulled the offending coach
there's
back.
usually a coach on a staff that I refer to as Coach Get Back.
But this isn't even get back. It was being out of the box. Like, usually get back is behind this line. And on the field, there's a little red line you got to be behind. Well, it's not a little red. It's a thick line. This was these outside of the box, so he's past the 25
Some
yard
referees have a little bit more discretion on that. I don't know if he got
also,
in the referee's way.
It was the same referee that's called
everything
all
tonight.
the.
Yep.
Did he miss the extra point? Now I got to go back to the replay, Mike, on the live feed. I'm going to go back.
All right, you do that.
I'm not going to do that. Kick is up. Vecco has a little pop-up. That's on a spot. Yep, he's going to catch it, fumble it, still with it, and he'll get just to the 30-yard line. That was almost in a dangerous spot where you think about, ooh, could that be an onside attempt?
On the reception for the Indians.
We got a bunch of flags after the play.
Flag on the play.
A little bit of extracurricular. Just not going to see if we got to call it on both players. I got to call it on one side.
Okay, no, it was no good. Okay. They signaled no good.
No, but our student section liked it.
They cheered. Mike said he thought they said good, so I thought it was good, but no, they did signal no good.
There's a lot of talk after these talking about these penalties. There were some extracurriculars, and it always seems to be a special teams guy that's just the special teams guy. Gets a little excited. But the referees are really together writing stuff down. Do we have an ejection? And that's not that's behind Coach Huber is that athletic director Stoynoff?
Well, he's usually there regardless.
Not on the field. Personal foul, Fairfield. He's been ejected.
Well, if he's ejected, Stoynoff then has to come on and make sure he gets to the locker room because he can't be on those sidelines.
Are they going to re-kick it?
15-yard penalty.
Wait, he pointed to Fairfield, but they walked it off for Colerain.
He pointed wrong. There is a Cardinal being
okay.
There was on 14, it looks like.
Ricardo Lofton, one of your wide receivers.
Yeah. That's why Stoynoff was there, to escort him to the locker room, which doesn't – someone's got to be in the locker room the rest of the game, right? He can't just hang out there by himself. That would be a little awkward.
So good field position, Fairfield at their own 46.
Handoff up the middle. George with some space. Close to it, and we'll get a first down in the Cardinal territory. 5:28.
Again, no huddle, going quick.
Play action. Going deep over top, and again, no one's there. Touchdown Cardinals.
Touchdown, Fairfield.
Or Indians, excuse
Indians.
me.
Defensive backs looking just the same, but no, it's coming back.
Ryan Ruff with the catch.
It's coming back.
Flag
Colerain
on the
again with a coverage mistake. Let's that slot receiver just get on that skinny post.
Wasn't even that. Davis held up his hand like, yeah, I went the wrong way. Just left him uncovered. It wasn't even anything fancy there.
Well, you know you've done it. You've done it twice.
Well, no, it wasn't on him not being there. The last touchdown was on the defensive play call itself. It's a holding call. Brings it back. I'll tell you what. Javonte Burnett was the one who was being held, and he had a heck of a game one for the Cardinals. He saves a touchdown there, not by doing anything but being being held. Handoff, George finds some seam one-on-one with the safety. Stiff arms out, gets most of the penalty yards back.
Tyler George on the carry for Fairfield. On the
George just put
Davis.
quickly to the line, Indians. Not going to give the Cardinals a chance to substitute. Motion. Handoff. George in some space. He's pulled back. First time we call the name tonight for Orlando Rowland.
He's actually going to lose a yard on that. He's going to make it a 3rd down and 2. Again, probably in the area of 2 downs.
3rd down and 2.
Gonna hand it off to George again. He's finding some space, and he's gonna one up and just makes the safety fall down, and he's in for 6.
Untouched. Where was the middle linebackers? It was way too easy. Yeah, made that look too easy. Just a straight dive looking for 2. He gets it all. 3rd score for the Fairfield Indians. No penalty on that play. Everybody had their shirts tucked in. And again, referees are going to have a Fairfield player come off. I was jokingly saying about shirt tucked in or
whatever.
Another equipment issue.
Kick is up. Kick is good with 4:29 to play in the first half. It's the Fairfield Indians 21, Cardinals 6.
Colerain with this slighter, lighter defensive line. They've been quick, but I said it earlier. We've got 5 guys on this offensive line from Fairfield, over 275 pounds. A couple over 300. So that size is just kind of leaning on them, just kind of wearing them out right there.
Colerain Boosters Gold Medal sponsor. Also, tune in after the game tonight. You might be craving a great burger, maybe some tasty wings. Well, we'd like to invite you to head on over to Game On, located on Chevy Road in the White Oak Shopping Center.
Again, Colerain goes down by 2 scores.
Game On is the go-to.
4:29 left to play till half. They need to answer back.
Someone should tell the PA he's a little too loud. Just kidding. Deontay Jarman back deep.
Yeah, Boosters a couple years ago spent some money, redid the box, and got a whole new PA system, and it's nice, but it's also right by our window. On a night like this, we got our windows open. So, and another flag by the same official on this field. A delay of game on the kickoff team?
I don't know what that was. It looked like he put his arms out. That's unsportsmanlike. Like he did make a T with his arms. That's unsportsmanlike conduct. But
no, we have another equipment issue.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike. Delay games, cross arm, arms on top of each other in front of you.
Fairfield coaches come in and get an explanation.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Indians.
Not sure. I mean, it was before the kickoff, so I don't know if he said something. Anything would be speculation, but this is going to bring them back 15 yards. They're going to be kicking off from their own 25. And it is, though. The same official has called 13 out of the 14
Someone took
penalties.
those week 1 notes to heart this week. And it's not like it's like one team that's doing everything. He's
Nope.
kick is deep. Jarman catches it on the run. Gonna try to do something with it. He's got lots of space, cuts it back, got some space, and
One man to beat.
Can't get away. But
And then a couple late hits, I believe. That there might be some more tagged on.
so Deontay Jarman across midfield.
Yeah, and there was a couple, lots of contact after play behind the play, so I think they're going to add 15 more to this. Again, we see sparks for the future here. Big hit. Just saw a little bit of a crease. And we have one of the
It's unsportsmanlike on the Cardinals.
last time he pointed the wrong way. Now the official, they initially pointed to Fairfield, then they pointed to Colerain. Did they call it on both of them?
Block in the back on
The use of the hands, Fairfield.
on the court. Okay, he's got this mixed up. He's got to because he called block in the back on Fairfield.
And then the unsportsmanlike on
Unsportsmanlike
Colerain.
Colerain. You can't block in the back when you're the receiving team.
Well, you can, but it'd be really stupid to do so.
But that makes a difference because the Cardinals should on a
I think the yardage was marked correctly. He was just pointing the wrong directions.
no. The Cardinals on block in the back is 10 yards. Unsportsmanlike is 10. They should gain 5, but they lost 5.
Well, the block in the back was a spot foul.
Gets it to his outlet.
Complete pass.
Billups
Colerain.
gets it there, but no yards.
If he had the time to look up, one of the running backs leaked out to this left side and was completely uncovered, but great pressure forced him to throw it early.
It's part of the
Part of the design.
part of the defense to let the guy farthest away from the formation. Does get back to the line of scrimmage, gets that little outlet. Check down, at least saves him from a sack. Billups fakes it, keeps it, off right end, cuts it back in the middle.
Sean Billups on the carry. Colerain.
Picks up about 4 yards.
Makes this third down a little bit more manageable. Going to need a little over 6.5.
3:15 to play. Not
Third down and 6.
no rush here.
On the 44.
for the Cardinals. Back to that full house formation, and they're just going to hand it off.
First
Smith
down.
Gets it for a first down.
Well, we haven't signaled it yet.
Colerain.
They did.
On the top
Okay,
of
there you go.
Fairfield.
Well, here's the thing. Our sideline referee did, but the referee placing the
In
ball
charge-
did not.
And the referee in charge of the chains is the important one.
2:40 now and counting. Cardinals still 2 timeouts, plenty to work with.
Are they still running without Daniels out there?
You mean Krieg?
Krieg.
Yeah, Krieg's back in. And his other one. Jarman trying to find some space.
Ball carrier
And
for
that's
the
a,
Cardinals.
so that one was Dante Jarman.
Dante Jarman.
And that's a sophomore mistake.
Play designed to go inside. With nothing there. He wanted to pop it out, and
Also,
you're running right into the.
This
There are
isn't,
more Indians on the outside than on the inside.
yeah, it's not in freshman football where you can just outrun everyone to the corner.
Yeah. But everybody's been talking about those two. I mean, since they were in 8th grade, they've been around. They come through the Little Cards program. Just sophomores, so
So second
third.
and 10.
All right, you're right.
Billups hands it off this time to the other Jarman. He's going to be close to a first down. Deontay Jarman. The Cardinals now do have to go. 90 seconds on the clock. 3rd and 1.
I'll tell you, his first step quickness getting to the hole makes the offensive line.
Quarterback sneak for Phillips breaking out. Still going forward. But I'll tell you what, this is to Fairfield.
It runs the clock.
That runs an extra 15 seconds off the clock. Maybe not 15, an extra 8 to 10 seconds off the clock for 2 yards. And your quarterback now is not in a position to quickly get a play in.
On the tackle for Fairfield.
112. Cardinals with 2 timeouts.
Plenty of time.
There's plenty of time, but not the way they're going about this. Under a minute now. Snap is back. Billups takes it up the middle. And now he's just got to go down. Timeout Cardinals. 44 seconds on the clock. Remember those 2 seconds that came off the clock.
You're going to call those back, huh? We'll see.
Just saying. Now, in all seriousness, the official time is on the field. So if there's any actual issues, one would think the person on the field in charge of referee would handle that. So Cardinals will have it 2nd and 7 from the Indians' 16, 44 seconds and 1 timeout to work with, trailing 21-6.
Just be smart. Any kind of score, this helped. Colerain had won the toss and deferred, so they will have the ball to start the second half.
That was going to be my question.
Thank you for your support.
Do our best to get you some halftime scores as we can. I'm trying to check on the scores from the live video feed. Someone needs to tell the kids at Mason they're allowed to do live video. Oh, no, there it is. They're just at halftime. Never mind. And anyways, coming back. 2 to the right. Billups, little bubble out.
Get a block. Get a block.
Trying to find something. Trey Smith going to be just at the line.
Short of the first down, but Colerain's going to burn a timeout.
Nope. Colerain didn't call timeout.
They stopped the clock.
I don't know why he stopped the clock.
The referee waved his hands to stop the clock. They're calling a holding.
That's why they called. It is a...
Yeah, there was the wide receiver one-on-one with the defensive back right there, and they're too far away for us to see it, but the referee nearest to it.
The most important thing there, I think, for the Indians is not because it's a couple yards for them. I think the more important thing is they cost the Cardinals 9 seconds, and they're not set on the line. The clock has already started. Under 30 seconds now to go. 25. Snap look, they're going to up and down. Davis, he's going to low for the sideline. Caught it. Out of bounds.
Oh, they had Davis one-on-one with the jump ball. I'll take that any time with the wide receiver. He came down with it. They calling him out of bounds, and there's some Colerain fans out the end zone. They're not arguing that play. There's some moms and dads in the stand that weren't that close, don't like that. But
it's not the kind of booing where you're like it was definitely out. It's more like the booing like we're obligated to boo.
Yeah, but there are some Colerain fans right there at the end zone, and they didn't flinch.
So 3rd and 11, 17 seconds on the clock. Cardinals at the 20-yard line. Timeout.
Fairfield.
Timeout, Fairfield.
Indians. Well, you can't let me finish the sentence.
We'd like to take a moment now to welcome to our boosters our newest.
Just because Chris isn't here.
That would be Murdoch Orthodox.
Chris isn't here?
Doesn't mean you.
Yeah, we had the big return of Chris Hemonitis to the booth last week, but then he forgot about his daughter's soccer tournament tonight.
Volleyball something.
Volleyball, soccer. All we know is week 2, he's absent.
It's hard to fire a volunteer for not showing up. I've only ever had to do that once.
Also, we'd like to take a moment out to thank our friends at Willow Event Center, Colerain's premier wedding and special events venue. This charming, spacious event center offers a contemporary ambiance decked with picturesque gazebo.
So, again, 17 seconds. Cardinals 3rd and 11 from the 20.
Of your every detail. We thank the Willow Event Center.
One timeout remaining. Indians now have one timeout remaining. One timeout? You know, I would hope at some point they throw to a tight end this season. But it seems
Everything has been to the outside receivers or slot receivers, but
my
the
guess,
safeties are cheat.
there's
are
no
within
safety.
They're within 7 yards.
That's-
They're
I'm-
basically the safeties
I'm
are
saying
linebackers.
it's going to be some sort of post wheel here to the left. This is the only receivers in pattern. Max protect, and Saheed Davis is going to catch it.
and get out of bounds.
9 seconds on the clock. 8 seconds. You know, it's not just this situation, but man.
First and goal,
Bad-
Colerain. Timeout, Cardinals.
Cardinals, why are you using their timeout? Well, I guess just don't get sacked, I guess.
Well, for over 100
Well, what that does, though, is take the run out of it.
Yeah.
You don't have time for a running play and a second play after that. You're throwing.
all quality products that they manufacture. Offering flags,
The clock was stopped when he stepped out of bounds.
The clock should have stopped at 9 seconds,
Originally, the referee gave the signal for continue
which
the
he's
clock.
supposed to because it's a first down. But then he
said-
stops it. I know, but the
Okay.
clock should have stopped at 9 seconds. I was going to say, it doesn't just benefit us.
It's
Sometimes
3 seconds.
I'm saying that's 3 seconds that we've lost the clock.
Well, again, not the official time.
Not the official time, but if it was a discrepancy, they would have corrected it.
You would think.
I would think. I mean, I'm just saying, that should be 11 seconds.
Where a century of service is a proven business model, and we thank you for being a proud silver sponsor. Colerain Booster.
Is this where we see the pass to the tight end?
1st and 5.
Quick pass.
It doesn't matter. The ball's at the 5-yard line. You got 8 seconds, no timeouts. You got 1, maybe 2 plays. Honestly, you have 1 play for a touchdown or 1 pass to the end zone and a field goal opportunity. That's about it. Krieg's going to go in motion. Nope, they're just going to run it with Billups, and they're not expecting it. Touchdown, Cardinals.
That was a gutsy call. I said if they don't get it, they don't have time. They score it. They have 3 seconds left, Brandon. Plenty of time.
That Cardinal touchdown provided another $50 donation.
Billups keeps it now. Question is, do they go for the 2-point now or later? They'll go for it later. They'll line up for the extra point. Now, I will give them a little thing here. They checked with the sidelines, so they just went by formation and say, hey, we got more guys on this side of the field than you do. Extra point attempt is forthcoming. Snap is down. Kick is up. Kick this time is good with 3 seconds to play in the half. It's the Cardinals 13, the Indians 21. And I will give Cardinals the credit. And obviously there was some coaching there in the timeout. They looked to the sidelines. They said, hey, we got the numbers. We got one more guy than you can block. The guy's going to carry the ball. And they ran it to the short side of the field. So if there was some issue, he could have tried to run it out of bounds. Either way, it's a big risk running the ball with no timeouts.
Either way, even if you've got 3 more men than them, if one guy misses a block,
I don't know.
the
other thing for
that's
it,
why
the other thing
that's
it's the
why I
quarter
don't
is
coach.
Now, I highly doubt he was coached to do this. The other thing, it's the quarterback running. So if worst comes to worst, he can just throw it out of bounds. Not past the line of scrimmage because that would be a 10-second runoff. But
So we do have 3
Or
seconds left, so we are
you
going
could
to see a
pitch it
kickoff.
straight. You could pitch it out of bounds and stop the clock that way. Yeah, interesting here. Does he squib it? Does he pop it up? I don't think he's going to try to kick it deep.
He's going all the way to the far right hash.
Yeah, I think that's kind of been where he's kicking it from. Just going to kind of I don't know what that was. Line drive. That wasn't the best idea here. Still patient, trying to find some space down the sidelines. Got one man to beat. It's Jarman and a Jarman, and so he's not going to get it.
Well, he did exactly what you didn't want to do as a kicker. You either want to pop it up for time or you want to squib it
So there's no
for
return.
time. That was a low line drive
As
directly
the
into the
clock
line.
goes out, halftime here, 21-13 Indians lead. Right? There's three things you could do that are fine. You can squib it, you can sky it, you can kick it deep like normal. The worst thing you could do
It's a
is
line
drive right at the return
Yeah.
man who gets it on the run.
Yep.
Anyways, halftime here. We'll get some halftime scores, stats, if they're available, and come back shortly. Thank you for listening here on Colerain Game Day for your Colerain Cardinals.
The contribution of two former athletic directors, Mr. Everett Welch and Mr. Pete Yerkes. The award is presented annually to individuals who have demonstrated a passionate commitment to the students of Colerain High School. This year's recipients are Steve Atkinson and Artie Atkinson. Steve is a 1972 graduate. He was a member of the football, basketball, and track teams. After graduation, he joined the chain gang and served in that capacity through 1986. After that, he served as an assistant football coach through the 2015 season. He also served as an assistant baseball coach during the early 80s, and he has kept the scorebook for the basketball program for many seasons. He was an active member of the 2004 Field Turf Committee and has served on the Athletic Hall of Fame Committee. To this day, he continues to assist the football program on the sidelines. For the past 5 years, he has worked with his employer, Shock Tile and Carpet, to purchase equipment and needed supplies for the team. Steve is a true Cardinal. The boosters are extremely grateful for the dedication and commitment that he's shown to the program. How about a nice hand for Steve Atkinson? Our second recipient is Artie Atkinson. Artie is a 1987 graduate. He started as a member of the chain gang as a student and has served in this capacity for 38 seasons. He was given the nickname 9-Yard Artie by former coaches Kerry Combs, Rick Haynes, and John Cook for the fine job that he does with the chains. Additionally, he has served the school in several capacities, including the installation of flooring in the weight room, press box, and coaches' offices. He was an active member of the 2004 Field Turf Committee. He and his brother Steve, to this day, are responsible for the transportation of equipment to away games. Artie's philosophy is, if you can lend a hand, give a hand. He exemplifies this in everything that he does for Colerain students. Archie also is a true Cardinal. The boosters are extremely grateful for his dedication and continued commitment to the program. How about a nice round of applause for Artie Atkinson?
Well, welcome back. Unfortunately for you, we have no stats from the first half. We do have some scores from teams around the city. Some of these early scores are near finished because basically anyone outside of the Cincinnati area started at a normal time. So Moeller is up on Bishop Dwenger in Indiana, 35-18 right now. In the fourth quarter, St. X on top of Centerville, 34-10 in the fourth quarter. LaSalle 13-0 over Northmont. And Elder in Plain West, Catholic in Michigan, is tied up 13-13 in the fourth quarter. Princeton 17-0 over Sycamore at halftime, or closing in at halftime last check. Lakota West over Hamilton 24-0 at halftime. That was supposed to be closer. Lakota East over Mason 7-6 at halftime, and Middletown leads Oak Hills 14-7 at halftime. A couple other scores of note. Lebanon leads Loveland 16-7, and Winton Woods leads Kings 19-5.
Now that could be an end of the year Division II matchup.
No, that's the battle for how real Winton Woods is. Anderson's the favorite. Also, Winton Woods is Division I.
Okay.
What it could determine is Winton Woods finally scored an offensive touchdown. They were up. They had scored twice in that game without an offensive score.
2 pick sixes, I heard.
2 pick sixes. So they did put another 2 minutes on the clock, or 3 minutes on the clock, excuse me. So we get another 90 seconds until we officially start the second half.
Mid-game scores for you. South 13, Northmont 0 at halftime.
Elsewhere, Kettering Alter, Withrow tied at 6. Highlands, Covcath. Highlands 17, Covcath 14. Chaminade Julienne leads Taft 7-6. Taft still coached by former Cardinal quarterback Tyler Williams. I actually think he has a couple of former Cardinals on that.
He's got a whole staff of Colerain Cardinals.
I don't remember any. I don't remember any of the names for sure. But
But that'll lead us to where we are starting this second half. Colerain had deferred from the coin flip, so they'll start the ball with half down by 8 points, 21-13.
Deontay Jarman and Trey Smith back deep.
Jarman had a big return last time. Be surprised if we see another deep kick.
It'll be a squibber. Field it to let it go. So Jarman had it, lost it. Trey Smith picks it up. He's going to try to find some space, and he's still moving the pile, and he'll get it closer to the 30-yard line.
Number 9, Trayvon Smith.
You know, did a good job. That had an ugly bounce to it, and it bounced away from one Cardinal. He picks it up. Showed a lot right there, and we see the push by the Colerain Cardinals. And where does that bring us? Starting at the 30-yard line again.
I'm pretty sure every other drive, and it started at the 30-yard line. Seems like every kickoff, almost, except for the 2 long ones.
You're happy with that in high school?
Both teams.
I know. Take this time because we're going to be playing the 4 and 5 for
And we had a fill-in stat guy. He wasn't available at halftime. I'm going to try to sneak down there as this play is blown up.
Try to go back to the full house play that they started the game with. Ran successfully in the first drive. Do not start successfully with it on this drive. So it'll be a 4-yard loss. Blown up from the backside. Be 2nd and 13 for the Cardinals.
2nd and 13, ball on the 27.
Cardinals go back to the full shotgun. Still 2 tights. Plenty of time on the play clock. High snap. Billups fakes it, keeps it, lost the ball. Indians have it.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, that play was kind of blown up as it went. It was a high snap, thrown the timing off. So pulling it out of the mesh was just. I don't know if he fumbled it coming out of the mesh because it didn't look like there was any contact, but a big turnover.
Looked like
in
he just fumbled
territories.
it going into the crowd.
Yeah. It was a high snap, and it just kind of threw everything off timing. So this is going to leave the Fairfield inning starting at the Colerain 20-yard line. A big test for this defense early in the second half.
Try to keep it close. Here, the defense. Indians. Handoff. George up the middle. Breaks the tackle. Up ahead. Bounces off a tackle. Will be close to a first down.
Tyler George.
George is having a good game so far. He broke the one big long one, but he's been consistently 4 or 5 yards a carry right up the middle. Picks up 6 there.
Handoff. George. This time Danielson meets him in the backfield. Lose about 3 yards on the play.
And that's anticipating a play right there.
He
went on a blitz and went right through the hole that the running back was supposed to go through.
Fairfield quickly to the line. Snap. Hold. Looks. Corner of the end zone. Knocked away. And that's a very weak pass interference if they're going to call. Yeah, they are going to call it.
Both guys kind of jockeying for position, bumped
Pass,
into each other
incomplete
before
for
the
Fairfield.
jump ball.
I mean,
for a shy on rough.
I mean that's it might have been
No.
it might have been a
No.
penalty.
Legal shift on Fairfield. Pass interference on Colerain.
There's gonna be an illegal
Yeah,
shift
sure.
on the Cardinal or on the Indians that negates the penalty on the Cardinals, so they
Replay
will
the down.
offset. We'll replay the downs. I was just about to say, Indians have been running this formation once in a while where they basically say, we'll make it 10 on 10 and just leave these two guys so far away they're out of the play, but they throw it to that side that time.
Well, and you've got a huge mismatch over there. I'd be going at it. It's the 6'3" against a 5'9".
Cardinals just going to go straight man up across the board. Looks, throws, hits him on a slant. He had him there just off his hands, and it'll be fourth down.
Incomplete pass for the Indians.
It was that same play they
Intended
scored
for
on
a shy on rough.
the first time, but this time they got a defensive back in coverage and don't have a middle linebacker heads up on them.
4th and 6.
So the challenge was there and accepted. I believe that was 20.
On to kick the field goal
Cameron
for Fairfield,
Evans.
number 15. Aiden McGuire.
McGuire sets up a field goal. He's 0 for 2 for field goals on the year, but we don't have distances, so we don't really know how good, if those were long. Well, it won't matter.
They were faking
Flag
it.
on the play.
No, they weren't faking it.
That snap went directly to the kicker.
No, it was high. That
False
was
start
not a
Indians.
fake. The holder.
I believe that was done purposely, Brandon.
No, he
5-yard
did not
penalty.
do it on purpose. If he was doing it on purpose, he would have got a running start.
He did.
He didn't.
He got called offsides for moving too quickly.
No, he didn't.
You and I are watching different games then.
Okay. Sets up. Bad snap. Gets it off, though. It's good.
Kick is good.
And
So
that
10:06 to play in the third quarter. Indians add 3, stretch it
With
to
10 minutes
11.
and
It's
6 seconds left in the third
24-13.
quarter. Fairfield 24.
That was,
Colerain
yeah,
13.
that had block all over it. That ball
Let's take
bounced
a moment out to thank
to
our
the
friends at
holder.
UC Health.
Did a
Very
great
proud to
job
be
getting it
official
down, and there was
sports
no
medicine
doubt that
provider
kick
of
was
the Colerain
right down the
Cardinals.
middle.
The doctors of UC Health Orthopedics and Sports
That'll take the
Medicine
lead to
provide
11
award-winning
points,
care
2 scores
in order
now.
to keep the Cardinals at the top of their game, and they could do the same for you.
But Colerain giving him
UC
such a
Health
short
world-class
field,
physicians diagnose
you'll
and
take
treat
the 3
all
over a
orthopedic,
touchdown.
Spine, hand, joint, trauma, and sports medicine conditions. You can find out more at their website. That's uchealth.com, and experience why we see the power of rehabilitative care every day right here at Colerain High School. Again, our thanks to UC Health for their support of boys varsity football.
So, take away a minute 54. Give Indians 3 points, and we'll go back right to where we were before.
Trevon Smith and also Deontay Jarman.
Smith
Kicking
and
for the
Jarman
Indians,
back
number
again for the
15,
Colerain
McGuire.
Cardinals. Colerain's got that middle of the field wide open, anticipating just that quick pooch line drive kick.
And Cardinals just fall on it. That's one of those ones where it's like, just didn't take a hop and worked pretty much the way the Indians wanted it to go.
It went to the second level blocker, and it's if he gets it clean, he's got time to run it. But as you said, it's an oblong ball. You don't get a true hop. This time, Colerain's going to start a little bit deeper at their own. Look at what they marked that 18-yard line.
Cardinals from the 18.
Something like that takes a lot of communications from the deep guys too, of talking to him. You got time, whatever. But he did exactly what he was supposed to do. When you're unsure, just fall on it.
Cardinals take over at the 13. Or, excuse me, 18.
Colerain gets lucky they only break the huddle with extra guy, but doesn't get called.
Man in motion, sets up, fakes the bubble. Billups keeps it and runs down, and we have another
Sun Billups on
flag
the carry for Colerain.
from the sideline.
Are they going to
On the
call that a
tackle for
legal
the Indians,
substitution?
number
Yes.
42, Axel Rogers.
Dead ball. I don't know what that is.
They broke the huddle with 12, and one of the guys ran off
No,
the sideline.
it's dead ball, meaning it didn't.
Pre-snap.
Then they should have stopped the play. It's not this. I don't know what this is. Hitting his fist together is not breaking the huddle. It's a substitution infraction as he touches his chest. I don't know what this is. Substitution infraction would be 5 yards. This is a 10-yard penalty. The only thing I can guess is they called some sort
Personal foul, Colerain.
of helmet to helmet.
They called a personal foul against Colerain.
That's what I'm saying. It had to be some helmet to helmet or something.
The play didn't run.
It did. He ran it up the
Oh,
middle.
yeah.
Billups kept it, and so it'll be first and
20. Correction.
20 for the Cardinals at the 9, half the distance to the goal on the penalty. Trying to draw him off sides. That doesn't work. Hand it off. Jarman keeps it. Gets about 2. Not much going that time.
Now, could they have called a helmet-to-helmet on the ball carrier? You'd never see it called.
I mean,
But who else would you call it on?
maybe one of the linemen, but I don't.
Host of Indians.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know where that
It came from the same sideline official.
official is called lots on everything.
You know, I just had a thought, which is a scary thing, I know. I'll tell you after this play. Please release the tight end straight down the middle.
Do
of the
something with a tight end. Handoff, fake.
He's
roll,
there.
Billups.
He is wide open.
So is that guy, but he's out of bounds, and it's going to come back
Pass for Colerain.
downfield.
They're calling a-
man, downfield.
Donovan Chambers with the catch.
Play took so long to develop. They kind of offensive lineman downfield.
No, it's the backside, just kind of leaked.
He made a good throw, and he found the outside receiver. But again,
You get all excited all the time. On a boot play like that, that's kind of the hardest throw to make against your body, middle of the field.
Penalty.
So another penalty on the Cardinals. Pushes it half the distance. No, it's not half the distance. Just a 5-yard penalty, I think, for.
but it's inside the 10. Looks like it's marked at the 8.
2nd and 25, ball in the 6.
6. It's officially on the board. 2nd and 25. Takes it, fakes it, looks. Under pressure, Billups gets out and lost the ball. Cardinals fall on it, but it'll be a safety. Billups tried to
Safety, Fairfield.
got out of the sack, and the safety initially stepped up, then I think tried to do too much there.
Yeah, you can't fault him for the effort. He had no time. He tried to make a play. Had some receivers open, but did not have time to set his feet.
I'd like to take a moment out to thank our friends at NovaCare Rehabilitation. They're the leader in physical therapy and athletic training, and also the exclusive athletic training and physical therapy.
Billups does come to the sidelines, getting stretched out. He limped off there. Looked like he was cramping.
And professional teams. From football players to soccer moms and from weekend warriors
Safety
to working
makes it
professionals, injuries do
26-13
happen. And when
Fairfield.
they do, let our
Still
friends at
just a
NovaCare
two-score
see the
game.
professionals
This is the
get you
longest
back
3.5
in
minutes.
As
Select more
quick as I was going to say,
information,
that
you can
the
visit
first
our
half
website.
was a very quick
That's
half because there were not too many incomplete passes. They ran the ball the
Again,
whole
thanks to
time.
NovaCare for
They
their
ran-
support
but yeah,
of boys varsity
this
football here at
I mean,
Kansas
starting
City.
of the second half is as long as the first
I mean,
quarter.
officially they've run, what, 5 plays in the second half, and it's been taking this long?
And 5 points scored.
And 5 points scored. I don't know if it's 5 plays. It's not been it's been less than 10. Hey.
Now, did we have a penalty on that list?
No, it's a safety. So the
Okay,
kickoff
it's a
from-
free kick. Yeah.
Back to receive
And he
for
chose the
Fairfield.
punt.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know why you would choose. I never understood this isn't.
Kicking off.
You don't have to punt.
No, you
Number two,
can kick it
Cooper
from a
Creek.
And in a high school, your punter's probably going to not kick it as far as the kickoff man.
Well, we've seen he every now and then hits a big one.
Yeah, but then every now and then he completely shanks it.
Yep.
Now there's no rush, so that probably makes it a little easier. But they don't have to punt this. Cardinals kick it away. I mean, I do all that, and that's about as good as you're going to get. Return sets up and gets about midfield.
For Fairfield.
For Fairfield. Oh, that's where the Indians will take over for the first. This is the first time in the half? No.
No, they got a field goal off the punt or off the fumble.
After all that was like the.
It'll be 1st and 10 Indians on the
Hard to keep up.
I know.
So 8:19 into the third period.
It's a big set of downs for both teams. Fairfield could start to blow this one open. Cardinals got to keep this a two-score ball game. Handoff George up the middle, and he's met by a host of Cardinals.
Yeah, he's going to lose about a half yard. Interior of that defensive line makes a play.
On the tackle for the Cardinals, number 25, Javante Burnett.
2nd and 10. Handoff again. George bounces it outside, picks up some space. And he's going to get to about the 45-yard line, make it about 3rd and 4 for the Indians. They get quickly to the line, but not as quickly as they like. George is going to be limping off here.
Nope, George went to the slot.
3rd and 4.
No, he limped off. That was the fullback who went out.
That was 24. Okay.
They spread him out, 2 stacked on either side. Handoff middle, trying to find some space, stays on his feet. And he's got it across the 40 for a first down, Indians.
13, Stephen Bryant.
Yeah, on a night like this, consistent running game, as we said earlier, this big offensive line is just leaning on the Colerain defensive line.
1st and 10, Fairfield.
1st and 10, Fairfield, 38-yard line. Handoff middle, trying to find some space. Nowhere to go, but he still fights forward to the 35.
Tripped up by Carlos,
Yeah, does a great job.
3,
He was stopped in the
Davis.
backfield and just kind of found a little crease and leaned forward.
Quick off. Pitch out down the
Complete
sidelines.
pass for Fairfield.
Pass.
Number 9, Braden Miller.
Gets close to a first down, but it might be
Taken down
coming
by
back
Cardinals,
somewhere.
number
I don't know if
20.
the Cardinals got their defenders
Cameron
off.
Evans.
Yeah, Cardinals had too many men on the field.
Flag
So
on play.
okay, too many men on the field does
Holding.
not get
Holding
called.
Indians.
Yeah, they're both going to be
Personal
called.
foul.
No, the
Colerain.
personal fouls. That's a personal foul is somewhere else. The personal foul is not too many men on the
No,
field.
yeah. I was assuming he was calling a personal foul. All right, assuming he was calling the too many men on
So
the field.
holding on the Indians, personal foul. They offset or replay 2nd down.
Penalties offset.
Now the referee stops the
2nd and
play.
8.
Well,
ball on the
everyone's
35.
got to be set. That's understandable. Looks to throw deep. Under pressure, and he's brought down. Cooper Creek.
Cooper Creek
Dominant
seeing some
back.
defense for the first time shows why I think he should be there every
On a
week.
sack for
I tell you
Colerain.
what, there were 2
Cooper
wide
Creek.
receivers just wide open down
Yeah,
the
I
field.
don't know what the Cardinals are doing defensively. It was almost like they were playing a 2-on-2 zone, so both receivers went deep, and it was just 2-on-1.
But there was no safety over there, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. The Cardinals get very lucky. The sack got there. Drop back throw. He's just going to sit right in front of the sticks, and he's going to pick up the first down.
Complete pass for Fairfield. Number 6, the Cheyenne Ruff.
First down, Indians
On the tackle
off
for
the
Colerain.
3rd and long conversion.
Number 20,
If
Cameron
the
Evans,
Cardinals are
Boston
just going to go
Bruce's
man-to-man,
coach.
they do not have the players to do that. They're going to go right back at it, and he's going to pick up 6 yards.
Yeah, Russ, they've got that
Pass for
huge
Fairfield,
matchup,
number
6'3",
6, Cheyenne Ruff.
205 against a
On the tackle for
5'8",
Colerain, number
160.
20, Cameron Evans.
I throw it at him every time.
The Cardinals have gone in, and they got their 2 best cover guys on the 2 best receivers. Handoff up the middle, still going inside
carrier
the
for the
10,
Indians, number
close to the
30,
5 for the
Eric
Indians.
Ruther.
Full substitution of the D line, but I was going to say this earlier because the Cardinals got caught in it.
For Colerain on the tackle, Jaden Cook.
Timeout Cardinals.
Yeah, you have to. You're near the 5-yard line. You're too far away to sub the entire squad.
Well, they got caught earlier. When you do the good thing for Indians about this is that you can stop them from ever being able to substitute. Because if you run quickly to the line, you can't substitute in. And as soon as you substitute, you can hear the Indian sideline just screaming, "Go, go, go!" And Cardinals should have got called on those offsetting penalties.
And all of the students appreciate
Now,
it very much.
the Cardinals also should have known that, you can't make the sideline. There's no reason you can't run out of the back of the end zone. But Cardinals forced to burn a timeout there.
With Garden Center there that they have, the beautiful seasonal landscaping they provide us here at Colerain, and they can do the same.
But the Cardinals have decided to go man-to-man across the board. They're putting their two best cover guys on Indians' two best receivers, and they basically said, okay, but we're going to put this one guy all alone 40 yards from everyone else and just throw it to him and say, your one guy can't guard him. The play before they got the sack, Cardinals were almost playing a two-man zone.
Right, but they mixed it up enough where they do that and it opens up the run.
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing defensively right now. Especially for a defense that did so well last week. I don't know what's going on.
I think we're seeing a much better quarterback than we saw last week.
Indians go Wildcat. Keeps it up the middle, and he's going to be just short.
Well, you don't have time.
Indians quickly to the line. They're just going to try to snap it right away. Up the middle, ball's loose. Ball's loose. Did the Cardinals get it?
The Cardinals get it and picked it up and run it,
and
but
they did.
They blown the play dead, though.
No, the guy who got it was on the floor, and that was the man who had a big game last week. Javante Burnett comes up with it. They didn't. I think Cardinals had 6 points because I think there was a Cardinal linebacker about to pick the scoop and score, but the Cardinal already jumped. Another Cardinal jumped on top of it. We do have a Cardinal down in the end zone.
Yeah, you had an offensive lineman and defensive lineman kind of tangled up there along. The Fairfield offensive lineman got up a little bit slow, but he's at the sidelines. Colerain player is down.
So let him get some attention. We saw the advantages of going quick like that.
Right.
If you can catch them off sides, they don't get the set. They can't get to. But there's the opposite. There's the downside. You rush like that, everyone doesn't get set. You're not in the same cadence and rhythm.
Well, and you went to a formation you haven't run all night. You had somebody else taking the snap. So there's a little bit, I don't know. You trust what you've done in practice, that you could do it in the game. And they were successful on the play before that.
It is Dustin Walker up slow for the Cardinals. Defensive end. I haven't called his name much, but he's been, I think, the one defensive lineman that really hasn't come off the field.
Colerain does make the big stop, but they're in the shadow of their own end zone at the 5-yard line. They got to give Billups just a little bit of time. They've gotten receivers open.
I'll go back to that full house look.
Yeah, they'll run a couple times, give him a little more space. Fairfield anticipates that, really overloading the center.
And there's the pass over top, and just can't haul it in. Good look, good throw. Donovan Chambers just can't come down with it.
Chambers his timing is just slightly off there. He skied for the ball, but he reached what they call what's that term? High point the ball. He was on his way down. The timing on the jump, I think he saw himself open and just got a little excited.
Well, I think too.
It's a good play by the defender.
I think he's jumping and the ball just
sailed a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a tough catch.
I'm just saying. Yeah. So we'll go back, and we'll counterplay this time up the middle. Oh, hole looked like it was there on the counter, but good close on the backside.
Yeah, you're right. I had a great angle on that. That play was it was there for a
Taken down by
second. In
Indians,
just a
number
split
40.
second, that counter worked. But
Tigerman,
Fairfield
Marcus Tigerman.
linebacker, middle linebacker, just closed it up as quickly as it was there.
So
So
4:30 to play in the third quarter. 3rd and 11 for the Cardinals at their own 4. And what might be the
3rd and
longest
11
third
ball on the
quarter
field.
I can imagine. 15 seconds on the play clock. Cardinals got time, but they do need to get set. Now they're down to 7. They're going to have to hurry. They're going to have to call timeout.
well, you hate to see that a crucial situation, but
Cardinals.
you burn a timeout. It's good that they recognize that, but
Yes and no.
it's one of those.
I don't think 3rd and 12 is any better, worse than 3rd and 10.
Just in case
That's
you're
true
looking
because
to purchase a
if your
car,
penalty, you get
look
half
no
the
further.
distance.
Stop by and see our friends at Northgate Chrysler Dodge Jeep
But
and
you're in the
Ram,
second
located
game
on
of the
Colerain,
season. There
right across
shouldn't be
County
that
Highway.
much of a
Northgate Chrysler
question
Dodge
of
Jeep and Ram.
formation
They
Well,
have
I-
play
hundreds of
call.
new and used
And-
trucks and
and-
cars for you.
And you don't know,
So
there
let your
could
next
be,
vehicle
it's a hot,
be
you
right
might
there.
have
You're also
different
dealing with
personnel.
16, 17, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids. And
And
I've noticed the only times they've really struggled with these is when they bring a couple of defensive guys over to kind of run on offense.
We'd like to thank our friends at the Shop Group. Sipsy Klein, striving to deliver the highest level of service for all your real estate needs. The multi-generational expertise will be with you every step of the way. The Shop Group, a tradition of trust. Colerain Boosters, gold medal sponsor.
3rd
Thank you
and
them
10 for
their
the, or 11,
support.
excuse me, for the Cardinals. From their own end zone. Snap back, they go max protect. Billups under pressure.
I believe he lost. Did he lose the ball?
No one is
Flag on the
signaling
play.
flag on the play. Touchdown, there's a signal.
Yeah, I thought he got hit backside. I thought they took the ball out.
Touchdown Indians.
I don't know what happened. No one signaled anything from the referee. Just suddenly it was a touchdown. Indians jumping up with the ball. Okay.
I saw the contact, didn't see the ball come loose, but I did see the Indian come up from the ground with it instantly almost. But yeah, not a signal from the referee. But
Abe McGuire
again,
up for
Billups
the
just
extra
not
point.
given the time, but also has got to know on short time that's the one thing you can't happen. You'll take an interception, throw it into coverage if you have to, throw it away. Do not take the sack in the end
But
zone.
also, in Billups' defense, you went max protect. You had 2 tight ends and a back there. You shouldn't happen that quickly.
Haven't started the play clock, and but Fairfield's short a couple
No,
players.
Fairfield's not short. It's another uniform person that has to come off. Now another Cardinal uniform has to come off. Someone's taking that memo from week 1 a little too seriously. Now another kid from Fairfield has to come in for an equipment issue. Snap is back. Kick is up. Kick is good.
Extra point is
With
good.
3:57 still to play in the
3
third
minutes and
quarter.
57 seconds left in the
Indians
third quarter.
33,
Fairfield
Cardinals
33,
13.
Colerain 13.
Up to 3 scores. Colerain's going to really need something to happen defensively. Offensive, got to find something. Jarman kind of sparked them right towards that end of that second half with a big return, but since then Fairfield has decided not to kick to the deep guys, which has taken that chance away for the big run. But again, this broadcast and every broadcast from Colerain Game Day is brought to you by the Colerain Boosters. Join the Boosters from everything, all your athletics, extracurricular activities. You've seen the new, all the work around here in the soccer facilities, softball facility. Also helps with the chess club, academic quiz, anything drama, anything involved with the
Back to
school.
receive for Colerain.
The Boosters
Number 9,
help them
German
out. So
Smith.
join the
Also, number
Boosters.
28, Deontay German. Kicking off for the Indians, number 15, Aiden McGuire.
So referee checks, look like everybody's shoes are tied. He's going to let him play. We should have started to count on that. I know it's a safety issue.
Yeah,
But there are certain referees that just take it away.
Take that memo way too seriously. Oh, and Jarman going to play the ball off the hop just slips. And he had some space, but unfortunately for him, the Cardinals are going to start at the 14-yard line.
Really don't know if he just kind of looked up and stubbed his toe right there. I mean, he got a pretty good hop, but it looked like when he went to turn the
He's looking in the air, and as soon as he goes to move, it's like his feet just kind of.
He went to turn the jets on and forgot to put on the fuel. But, I mean, it's one of the hottest days of the year. And
what does that
that
has
field
nothing to do with
fatigue
anything.
Could get
okay, I'll give you fatigue.
Fatigue. I was going with it.
Yeah, okay.
I wasn't saying
the
like
paint
it's
hot
paint's
out.
not higher because it's hot.
The paint is
no,
slightly more
fatigue
acidic
is where I was
in the
going
heat.
to, Brandon.
Therefore, Billups back to throw. Gets it out. Hits his man in the corner. Smith takes it, and he's going to have a first down.
Complete pass for the Cardinals.
Blow the whistle. Oh, please. There it goes. I know you want to give the kid a chance, but he's got 7 other kids on him.
Fairfield has done this a lot. You know, the first couple tacklers to just hold him up, and they're really it has. You know, they hit the one fumble in the end zone there. I don't think that was from a strip, but if they've got a Colerain ball carrier corralled, they don't take him down right away.
Trayvon Smith catches it on the out. Looked like if he could have cut it upfield, he could have got some more yardage. Cardinals back out. Trips to the right. Points at the blitzer. Here it comes. He's going to have to get rid of it quick. Gets it quick, and Trayvon Smith again with a quick catch. Out to the 30.
Yeah, they're going single coverage, but they're bringing the outside linebackers almost every time. Good pickup there by the running back fullback. Billups recognizing it and hits his short receiver. Good read.
2:48 now on the clock here in the third quarter. Five on the play clock. Cardinals take the snap. Billups looks, throws, got to get rid of it quick. Finds Trey Smith again on the drag. He's going to have the first down.
Little jump pass right there. The pocket was collapsing, and he jumps over the pocket. Just kind of a little push pass right there for the first down.
I don't know if he was jumping over the line. I think he was trying to jump out of the tackle from behind.
A little of both.
Back to the line. Billups takes a snap, looks, little hook to Donovan Chambers. He'll pick up about 6 yards.
Fairfield just in a little bit of a prevent. They're going to keep the receivers in front of them. Their best, the 12th player for them is the time clock.
It's not a prevent. They're just playing soft coverage.
I don't know if you see the player from Fairfield. He's got tape coming off his elbow, ref.
Oh, he does. That tape's not on secure. The referee should probably take him out.
Let's see. I would crack up if he does because he's right in front of that official that has called it all night.
He's not taking him out. Apparently, you're allowed to have your tape like that. 2 tight ends for the Cardinals. Under pressure, steps up in the pocket, and
incomplete pass for the Cardinals.
I don't know who ran the wrong route or if he threw the wrong spot.
Here is my thought on that, and I'm probably wrong. There's Fairfield coaching staff wearing all red.
No.
That was the only person in that area.
No, that was someone either wrong the ran route or threw the wrong spot because everything else looked good. He stepped up in the pocket. He's got a wide open receiver.
Went right at that. The coach
I don't think he's throwing at a guy at the sidelines.
You've got
he even looked like
I know. That's why I said I was probably wrong, but it's just sometimes in the hurry of the game you throw
Cardinals
to a color.
To the full house look, but now with Billups in the shotgun.
Thank you.
Takes it, looks it, and just going to go left. Student body is going to be enough to pick up should be enough. Yep, enough to pick up the first down.
He will stop.
I'll tell you what, that's far sideline. I guess he has the right to do it. The far sideline referee is signaling first down the change to move way before anyone else is.
First and 10, Colerain.
And it's fine. It's not going to affect this, but he doesn't get to make that call even if he thinks that. He's supposed to defer, and I'm just saying. It doesn't affect the outcome. It doesn't do any of that, but Cardinals back. Billups scrambles, looks to throw, goes deep, and caught. This time, Dotno.
Oh, it came out late.
Complete pass for the Cardinals.
Kind of almost in a back shoulder throw on
Donovan
purpose.
Chambers.
Donovan Chambers does it good to get to the ball, but in fighting for the ball, just that it popped out at the last second.
22. Kayvon Byrne. No, that's not.
Second down and 10 ball.
Is that 22 on the corner on that side? 20.
I can't see that far.
Josiah Leonard did a good job of not giving up in the play and knocked that ball out just at the last moment.
Yeah, Fairfield's got one of those smaller number jerseys, and when they get crinkled up.
Well, it's
when the
because it's
guys-
tucked into his.
Yeah, tucked in,
It's
yeah.
like come up into his shoulder pad.
With my old eyes, it's difficult for me to see at times.
I can see it when he turns his back to us. Billups. I think they're setting up screen. Billups gets out of it. Trey Smith is going to pick up about 5 yards,
Complete
6
pass
yards.
for Colerain.
I think they were setting up screen, or that was a completely busted protection.
Brought down by Indians.
One of the
Number
two there.
42.
But
Axel
Billups
Rogers.
saves the day, gets the 5
Yeah.
yards.
Keeps the play alive, and he picks up 5.
Oh, there's an equipment issue. Some pad came out. Cardinals are going to let the clock roll out. That'll be the final play of the third quarter. After
And at the end of
3
the third
quarters of
quarter,
play
Fairfield
here,
33,
it's the
Colerain
Indians
13.
33, the Cardinals 13. And luckily for the referee, the time went out on that quarter because Trey Smith, some pad was out of place there that they wouldn't have
Fourth
to.
quarter, Lakota East
I saw that.
20, Mason 6.
Yeah, and he made him come off the field, but because the play clock ended, he does not have to sit out of play.
Sycamore Aviators 0. And the end of the third quarter, Middletown 14, Oak Hill 7.
So it'll be 3rd and 5 for the Cardinals at the Indian
And also a reminder for all
47.
the students,
Cardinals
at this time, we
trail by
encourage you to start
20
calling your rides so
with a
that you can
quarter
answer
to
the
play
kickers
and just one timeout
immediately
remaining.
following the conclusion of tonight's game. Thank you.
Third and 5. Cardinals go 2 tights. Receiver to either side. Drop back. 2-man route. Zahid Davis can't hold on.
Passing complete for the Cardinals.
Hit him in the hands, but the defensive back was
Jefferson
right there at
Davis.
the same exact time.
I
Kind of
actually
shielded with his
coverage
body.
for the
Might have been
Indians.
short
I
of
actually
the first
think
down.
he dropped it
Broncos
because he didn't hit him
timeout.
in the hands. He let it hit his chest.
He kind of tried to cradle that between the elbows. That's going to bring up a 4th down.
Cardinals are going to
Fourth
go
and
for it
5.
in Indian territory.
Taking a while to get the play in. Play clock down to 13. Play clock down to 5.
And they're just not going to get it off.
Yep.
So it'll be 4th and 10 now.
Yeah, a little slow getting the play in, but they also got to recognize on the sidelines someone's got to be watching that play clock.
5-yard penalty.
They didn't get the play in till under 15 seconds.
4th and 10 from the 48.
You don't want to burn your last time out, but you don't want to not use it either.
Fourth down. Indians bring the house. Billups rolls. He's got Trey Smith who makes it.
What a catch!
Passes
I
complete
thought
for
he
the
had
Cardinals.
overthrown him up there. He goes up with one hand and he pulls
Trevon
it down.
Smith with a catch.
What a great
The coverage
catch.
for the Indians.
Great
And
catch.
yeah, I'll tell you what, he doesn't make the great catch without a great throw. He had pressure from that weak side. You're right, Fairfield had brought everybody. He rolls away from the pressure.
And he doesn't have to come out because of an equipment issue. First down, Cardinals. Trey Smith shifts to the left.
We've got to be at least a dozen of those.
Billups looks, passes behind Smith, who does a good job, catches it, breaks the tackle, stays on his feet.
Pass for the Cardinals.
Out across the 35 to the
Trevon Smith
33.
with the catch.
He looked like he was almost surprised that ball was there. He turns around, and I know it's a timing route, but I think it was supposed to be a little bit to the outside, and he threw it inside.
I think he was surprised where it was, not that it was coming. That was a tad bit behind him.
And we got a Colerain Cardinal down. We haven't seen much of it, a little bit of it, but with this kind of heat, we had moved to 8 o'clock, but you've played on these fields, those rubber pellets on the field. If it's 90 degrees outside, it's at least 10 degrees warmer on that field. So we haven't seen a lot of cramping, and that looks like what we're seeing right now. But fourth quarter, both of these teams has really been executing well, and really haven't seen the cramps that much as expected. He's up right away. That was Smith after making 2 big plays. I'd be tired too.
Now, the one thing not the only thing, but one thing about that, though, is Trey Smith has been the guy on this drive so far. Well, at least come out for one play.
Well, you've got a 2nd and 3. You would anticipate pass being down 3 scores, but you might just want the first down, so this could be just a quarterback follow again with your number 1 receiver out.
Cardinals tighten the formation. Billups back, drops, sets up tight end screen.
Complete pass for the Cardinals.
And they're going to get called for holding.
Gavin Colerain with the catch. And the tackle for the Indians, number 40.
Spot foul, too. So
Marcus
that's going to be
Federer.
from a first down at the 30-yard line to a first and second and 20.
Yeah, 2nd and about 13.
Holding on the Cardinals.
Maybe
The holding was right at the line of scrimmage.
the flag was at, I know, but 10 yards from the about the line of scrimmage would be 10 more yards.
The line of scrimmage was 34.
I'm sorry, the flag was at the
Okay,
it was at the around the 40-yard line. That's why I was saying 20. So maybe it's not a
2nd and
spot
13.
foul. 2nd and 13 now. Billups looks, rolls, throws on the comeback. Nice catch, James Johnson. I think he'll have the first down. And I was a little distracted there because that was a great play all around for the Cardinals. Good roll, good throw, good comeback. And Deontay Jarman, I think that's Deontay, yeah. No, that's Dante Jarman. Just pancaked the blitzing linebacker.
1st and 10, Colerain.
I mean, absolutely crushed the blitzing linebacker.
I saw the wide receiver on the opposite side come over and congratulate him on that block.
Uh-oh. Oh, Cardinals got lucky.
Well, someone ran a wrong pattern right there. Billups is a little upset. It looked like it was an out.
Well,
and it might have that pattern. James
Johnson kind of did it up and or an out and up.
Was that pattern maybe should have gone about 3 yards shorter by the way Billups threw it, but you're right, he did get lucky. Defensive back was in position, but just didn't have the vert.
The defensive back was in the position of, oh my gosh, I just got burnt deep. Oh no, he threw it underneath me.
2nd down and 10. 10-16 left to play.
Billups keeps it on the option read, tucks it up, still up on his feet across the 20, across the 15. First down, Cardinals, 10:09 on the game clock.
That's out by Indians, number 21, John Aberson.
That's his longest run of the day. They can pick up a first down about the 3-yard line.
Phillips and the quick hit on the inside. Fighting forward, still on his feet. Donovan Chambers fights, gets about 6 yards on the carry.
Donovan Chambers with the catch. Brought down by Indians, number 30, Eric Rutherford.
All right, well, the Cardinals brought 3 new guys in. 3 guys got to come out. There's the...
2nd down and 5.
As you said earlier, we're dealing with young men here.
Well, the thing is,
you're near the goal line,
Yeah.
and the coach wants to substitute you.
I
You
know.
want to score. You want to stay in there.
I know, but also everyone, for as heavily as they rotate on offense, they don't really rotate this like this on defense. Gonna go under center, fake it. Billups play action, and he slipped as he threw it.
Incomplete pass for the Cardinals.
I don't know what just happened there.
Something
Intended for
late
James
after the
Johnson.
play. And there's a Colerain Cardinal
Flag on
down.
the play.
It was a little out powdered, and there was a little bit of a some contact there.
Well, it looked like Billups slipped when he threw it. The the guy went up and kind of slipped, but.
Is it a pass interference? Something happened after the play. It's about as far from
And
our
the
window.
flag came out super late, but I mean sometimes the flag just comes out late because the referee misses it.
Dead ball on sportsmanlike.
On who?
Fairfield.
Penalty on Fairfield.
Either
That's
that or the
personal
referee
conduct.
thought he could fly. He's got both wings doing the airplane thing.
Or he saw Angels in the outfield. Yeah, I can't see who's up. They are up on their own accord. That's
4.
James Johnson, who went down. So will it be first and goal? No, it'll be 2nd and 1 for the Cardinals with the
It'll be
half.
first and goal, Colerain.
It won't be first and goal to the PA. Okay, now it is first and goal. No, how is it first? Someone's got to make a decision here. Someone tell
Well, I guess it was enough past the line.
someone's got to
goal to get.
No,
now
it's
it's
not
third down.
first. It's dead ball, so it should be 3rd down. And it's half the distance to the goal. You don't get an automatic first down on personal fouls in high school. So yes, it should be 3rd and 1. It's all settled. It's 3rd and 1.
I think we were everybody was on the right page except for the PA guy.
No, the chain gang had marked
Yeah,
it for the chain gang went back to first down when the PA said first down.
He went 3-2-1. Yeah.
Heavy formation and just
quarterback
going to be
sneak.
quarterback sneak. And I think Billups.
Fairfield is celebrating like they have the ball. The referees are unsure.
Referee is pointing. This is not.
The referees are pointing that he's down before the goal line. While the referees haven't signaled anything yet. Fairfield is celebrating. Colerain is still out there trying to figure out what's wrong. Billups is asking.
They're just going to. Well, here's the. I don't know what just happened because Fairfield picked it up. It's not like Fairfield picked it up.
But
off the ground.
was he down? Was he down to Blake? It looks like Fairfield is. I can't tell.
They're giving to the ball. Fairfield the ball.
Yeah,
at the
our defense
half-yard
is on the
line.
field.
My question is, it looked like he was standing when he picked up the ball. I could have been wrong. He just
And then
rolled
we
off.
got
Looks like a fumble for Fairfield. They recovered. It'll be 1st and 10 Indians.
we got a flag, I believe, on our coach.
Coach Huber, I think.
I'd like to notify the young gentlemen that were up at the booth a little bit later in the press box. Your telephone and charger was found. So if the young gentlemen that were looking for the telephone
And
and
I
charger,
can understand his
your telephone has been
frustration.
found, so if you'd like to make
We
your
don't
way
know
to
what
the
happened
press
on that
box
play.
to retrieve
None of the
that.
officials signaled anything.
I mean, it's been an oddly refereed game both ways the entire game.
But what that does is take Fairfield out of
It takes it from being first and goal.
from the one.
Unsportsmanlike conduct for the Cardinals, 15-yard penalty. It'll be first and
It's just
10.
an odd
Indians.
game all around.
I said earlier, Fairfield has been holding up the whoever had the ball, and they're stripping.
And they've been late
but-
with the whistle. So just a handoff up the middle.
But again, but we don't know what happened on that play.
On the carry for the Indians, number 13, Stephen Bryant.
I mean, Colerain is guarding two guys with one guy. They're finally just.
And they roll it. Now they got a linebacker covering the slot receiver.
And they're going to hand it off. Backfield step back, up across the 30 for the first down.
On the carry for the Indians, number 13, Stephen Bryant. Brought down by Cardinals, number 10, Donovan Chambers.
Step back, looks to throw, under pressure. And Cardinals
Flag on
get a
the play.
sack.
Are they going to call face mask?
That's
on
going to
that
get a
snap?
face mask.
Colerain, number
Here, it
11,
didn't look like they got the face mask, but the referee's right there.
Dior.
Yeah.
Douglas on the tackle.
Quarterback steps up and you're reaching out and you're just grabbing for anything. Sometimes it happens. You can't blame him.
Personal foul, face mask, Cardinals.
15-yard personal foul,
15-yard
face mask on
penalty.
the Cardinals.
Again, a reminder to all the students to please make sure that you have your ride here at the conclusion of tonight's game. So you exit the campus immediately, and if you've not done so, please start calling your ride immediately. Thank you.
We'll take it all the way out to the Fairfield 46, 7:51 left to play in this game.
Up the middle, play action, off the hands of the
Pass
running
incomplete
back.
for the Indians, intended for number 0, Tyon Spiller.
7:43 to play. Indians just knocking on midfield. 2nd and 10. Up 33-13. Handoff, fake, tries to run through, can't go anywhere.
Dominic back on the carry for
And
Fairfield.
another play by
Flag on the play.
Javante Burnett.
He's been quiet today, but he's come
Javante
on in
Burnett
this
on the
second
tackle
half.
for Colerain.
It hasn't been too quiet. It just compared to last week.
Yeah.
He's got a couple.
Yeah, how loud really does a interior defensive lineman?
I mean, I think last week he had like 8 tackles. Defensive
Penalties
linemen
holding
just
on
never have.
Fairfield is declined.
Penalty on the Indians is declined.
They'll bring up a 3rd down and 14.
Take the down over the yards to the Cardinals.
And they're going to get
Flag on
5
the
at
play.
that. Hard count gets Colerain again.
Offsides, Cardinals.
I believe it's the 3rd
Flag
time
penalty.
they've been called offsides on the hard count.
Third down and 10. Ball spotted on the 46.
Third down, just looking deep. And too deep.
Incomplete pass for the Indians. Intended for number 14, Sir Ronald Floyd. On the coverage for the Cardinals, Joseph Crooks. Be 4th and 10, Fairfield.
So is this the first time tonight
Have to kick
Fairfield's
for the
punted?
I
Indians.
believe this is the
Even
first
McGuire.
time Fairfield has punted tonight.
4th down.
Either scored or turned the ball over. Saw him warm up. Had a pretty good leg. Colerain just has one guy back.
Gets it off.
Fair catch by the Cardinals.
catch
number
by
20,
Cam
Cameron
Evans.
Here's some whistles. Did they call something?
No, I think he blew the whistle on accident too many times. He's trying to get attention so he can get the ball back. Yeah, that's all that was. So 7:03 on the game clock. Cardinals trail by 20, 33-13. Take it over at their own. Where is the mark? They still haven't put the ball down.
About 24, 23
All right,
yard
no,
line.
yeah, I wasn't sure if they marked it on what side of the 20 they had it on.
It'll be 1st and 10, Colerain on the 22.
Colerain drove the ball well in this last drive, just didn't finish. Fairfield has made a few substitutions on defense.
We're going to get another equipment. Yep, there's another one.
An interior lineman.
I don't know what the equipment issue was, but the backup wasn't running with his helmet on, so they're going to.
Well, I think he kind of took his helmet off on the field. Is that still a penalty?
I don't know what just happened. Inside look, and a tight end with a catch for the Cardinals. Picks up.
Complete pass for Colerain.
Colerain will pick up
Smith.
No, that was not. Oh, that was not. No, that was not Trevon Smith. That was Colerain.
On the tackle for Fairfield, the tribe of Indians.
That was Colerain, right?
Yes.
The tight end. Sorry, the PA guy completely threw me off that he said a completely
Don't
different
listen
person.
to the PA guy or
I
our
didn't.
parents in the
I
audience.
I didn't. I called it, and then I had to second guess
Yeah.
myself. I'm like, wait a minute, those are completely two different people. Handoff, fake. Billups keeps it, makes a move, and picks up a first
Sean
down.
Billups on the
He makes
carry
a
for
good
the
move there.
Cardinals.
He's got one guy to him. He hasn't broke a long one today, but he's been pretty consistent with his running. But this young Colerain team, as I said, when they make the mistake, they can't. They're their own worst enemy.
Colerain. Spotted on the 37.
Billups, step, and can't get there. Trey Smith
Complete
threw it a
pass
little
for
too
the
ahead.
Cardinals.
Billups has got to be a
Trevon
little
Smith.
careful there. He's going a little too much of that one pass
And the
route.
coverage for
That's a
Indians
tough
will be
throw
Jake
to
Schwartz.
make. You got to throw it in the bucket behind the linebacker, in front of the defensive back, leading your wide receiver. He's hit that a couple times, but this late in the game,
Yeah, but that's the first. But you keep throwing it, and eventually that linebacker.
someone's going to read it. Yeah.
That's the first time that kind of had a guy covering the flat in front of it.
So here's a different formation, only because they lined up wrong. But you got a tight end lined up in the middle of the field.
Billups dropped the snap and just falls on top of it.
Loose ball for Colerain, recovered by number 1, Sean Billups.
Colerain's got a lineman's helmet came off there. It's got to come out of play. So that was the gentleman that came in for the other lineman. So they're going third string offensive lineman.
False start, Colerain.
So not only did we have the bad snap, but we got a false start.
Yeah, it's a false start. So it's no.
They took the outcome of the play and
Yeah, and declined the penalty. Then it should be third down. Yeah, and Billups came out. Takes the snap. Quick snap by the third string quarterback.
come on, referees, got to call.
Yeah,
That's where you get somebody hurt, right there. Fairfield has done it the whole game, and I don't fault him because it's been effective a couple times. Hold up the first couple guys there, hold up the runner, and then he's trying to strip. But there's a point where the referee has got to call a play dead.
And Chris Potts. Interesting there that they brought Chris Potts in when Trey Smith is the backup quarterback and Potts is the third
Fourth
quarterback.
down and 23. Ball spotted on the 28.
4th and 23, and the Cardinals leave the offense out there. I think,
They just realized it was 4th down.
well, like,
They started to run the play, and then I
Well-
heard somebody yell, it's 4th down, and they called timeout and put in the punt team.
I will.
Timeout Cardinals.
Now, it's still their responsibility. That one is on the chain gang because he did not change it to the down marker from 2nd to 3rd down in a timely manner. So if Coach Huber looked up and, like, it was
Nah, yeah, Coach should know, but visually,
Yes,
yes,
that's what I'm saying.
The chain gang has
the
done
chain
that
gang,
several times.
And
tonight.
again, the chain gang is his responsibility because he's the home team. They did not change the down marker from 2nd to 3rd until the play had already started.
Back to receive for the Indians.
But it's
Number
still
9,
his responsibility to
Braden
look up and know it.
Back to kick for Colerain. Number 2, Cooper Craig.
Add to the confusion, hey, they declined the penalty. You saw a penalty. It should have not been a penalty.
Back to Ventures and punting. Cooper Craig, one decent punt, but has had 2 of them blocked.
There's a good one. It will be fair caught by the Indians at their own 42. So 2 good punts,
Fair
2
catch by
blocks,
Fairfield.
1 really good
9,
punt on the
Jones
safety
Smith
punt.
will be 1st down and 10, Indians.
That's one of the toughest things. That if you're one of those schools that doesn't have a 300 player roster, every year finding a guy not only can kick it, punt it, but you need a holder. You need somebody can snap. And
That's the biggest thing for the punt. I think the years that you struggle, it's a lot more difficult when you don't have that guy that's going to put it right there quickly every time. Handoff up the middle, and Juwan Burnett continues to be a
On the
bright
carry
spot
the
for this
Indians,
Cardinals
Number
defense.
13, Stephen Bryant. On the tackle for Colerain, for Lando Rowland, and also Javante Burnett. Second down,
what
11,
class is
ball on the
Burnett in?
42.
Is he senior?
Sophomore, I believe.
Just a
Or, no,
sophomore?
I'm sorry, junior. 26 is junior, right? 2026.
I hate when they put the year down. Just tell us what they are. Don't make me do math.
Fairfield will milk the clock here. Just about 4 minutes to play is when they'll snap the ball. And Burnett, Javon
On the
Burnett.
carry for the
again.
Indians, number 13,
He was in the
Stephen
backfield
Bryant.
before that ball was
He's
snapped
just
almost.
following the
On the
pulling
tackle for
guard on
the
that
Cardinals,
place.
Javante Burnett.
Why take him out, Coach? Let him play.
Well, they got a
Okay.
rotation going.
No,
Now that they are
13,
actually
ball on the
like taking their time on on offense, they have a rotation they want to go to.
that quick play calling by
Now, my question is, why don't you have this rotation for your secondary? But that's a whole different other question.
again Fairfield. Gotta milk the clock, run this down.
And we'll just hand it off up the middle.
Stephen
Brought
Bryant
down
on the
for
carry
about
Fairfield.
6 yards. It'll still be 3rd and very long.
On the
Or,
tackle
sorry,
for
4th and
Colerain,
very
number
long.
11, Dior Douglas.
Fairfield will send the punt team.
4th and 7. Ball on the 46.
Cameron Evans was
Back to
back, but he was
receive for
limping.
Colerain.
Coach's
No,
reckon.
no. They're like, oh, they're actually punting. Send one of the Jarmans back there. So when he just, that's what that
Well,
was.
you can
Back
see
to kick for the
Evans was
Indians,
limping though
number
too.
15,
Well, it's also
Aiden
they-
McGuire.
You can feel it too. They have their main defense on there, but the defense has shifted from the normal formation to a punt return. So I think they shifted from, hey, we're going to defend on 4th down to, but still keep the same personnel on there except for the return man.
And Fairfield's going to call a timeout. Want to get the right
Timeout,
personnel in for
Indians.
this punt.
I was literally about to say,
Again, a reminder
when they
to the
called that
students
out,
that if you've
oh, they
not
had plenty of
called
time
your
before they
ride,
have to
please
punt the
do
ball.
so now
That was
at
with
the
28
conclusion of
seconds on the
tonight's
clock. The
game.
punt team came out
Please
there.
make your way to your ride immediately and exit the campus. Thank you. for your cooperation.
Oh, now I see it looking down on the field. It's a trainer from Fairfield giving drinks of water to the referees. He's bought them off. No, bad joke.
I don't think these referees deserve water. Now,
I was thinking earlier because we've
Like,
had
there's
the
one-
one referee on one particular side is called 95% of the penalty.
and there's-
but just as the teams switch sides at halftime, should the referees switch sides and work different sidelines?
that's not even the issue.
I know it's
there
not an
shouldn't be an
issue, but
issue
I
with
would have thought.
It's not just about the whistles or the penalties. It's just about the way they've really
Pace the game.
paced it. And you've seen how many plays have we seen where they just didn't make a signal?
Yeah.
Snap is back. Kick is away. Jarman will let it bounce.
Get away, get away, get away. Don't do that, sophomore. He didn't
German recovery.
didn't have room to catch it, so he kind of let it back, but then followed the ball down.
Yeah.
Shows a little bit of youth right there. I know if you want to make a play. I know you got to want to make a play. But if you don't catch it, you get away.
Cardinals take over at their own 5 with 2:16 to play. We see heavy substitutions for both teams. Potts still in at quarterback. He's going to hand it off to someone. I can't see a number for the pile, but he's still on his feet. And is that a 38? I can't tell what that number is. That's a little guy.
He's got half the numbers tucked in.
It's 88.
It might be 88.
Ball carrier for Colerain.
It's Justin
Number
Price.
88. Justin Price.
This is a weird comment.
Listed as 5'7", 135.
Potts hands it off. Price dropped
Okay,
for a
for the
3-yard loss.
Cardinals, number
This
88,
is very
Justin
confusing
Price.
because you have your JV line and your third-string quarterback is assuming your JV quarterback. You still have your
Second
one
down and
wide
11.
receivers and tight ends out
Ball
there.
spotted on the floor.
Well,
And assumingly, I don't know what, because Price is a sophomore, so I don't know if he's your JV running back, but I don't know what this hodgepodge is out
well,
there.
you could be rewarding some kids that had good practices.
I don't know, but you still have your
never
one.
know.
You still have your one skill group out there, except for the backfield. Potts is just going to do a quarterback sneak, not risk any sort of thing here on third down.
And again, no whistle, no signal. Guess the play's over.
Yeah, there was no. They never whistled the play dead there. They just kind of picked it up and set it down. Cardinals will punt.
But they started the play clock without a whistle.
4th and 8. Back to kick for Colerain. Number 2, Cooper Creek. Back to receive for the Indians, number 9, Braden Miller.
Creek kicks it away. Fair caught by the Indians.
He touched it.
He
He touched it. Great effort.
he came up with it. I thought
Yeah,
the
he
Cardinals
came up
came
with
away
it.
with it.
Indians, number 9,
Hey, both number 30s
Braden Miller. It'll be
went
first and
after the
10
ball right
Indians.
there. Did a great job to get on it.
There's still one. I don't
Now
know.
there's a referee's discussion about something again. There's no flags, nothing after the play. They're discussing where they're going for dinner afterwards. Most places are closed with this hour delay.
Snap. Take the knee.
Oh, I wouldn't even look at the clock. There was only 10
Clock
seconds
will
left.
run out. So it'll run final here. The Indians will defeat the Cardinals 33-13.
Final score of tonight's game,
So
Fairfield
final score
33,
33-13. Thank you for for listening.
Ladies and
We'll
gentlemen,
be
we'd like
back
to thank
next
you
week
for being
at
a part of tonight's varsity football
no.
game here at
What is
Colerain
next
High
week?
School. Wishing you a pleasant evening and a very
Next
safe
week
drive home and a nice Labor Day weekend. Be
is
safe.
here against the Middletown Middies. We'll bring you all the action. Cardinals hope to get their first win of the season. Thank you for joining us here at Colerain Game Day, and we'll see you next week as the Cardinals host the Middies.